if you have joined. So let me see your greeting in chat box to know if we are on the same page. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to see your greeting on the chat box so that we all know if we are in the same page. Okay. We welcome every one of us to this important meeting and a time for enlightenment. So, on this note, I want to welcome every one of us again to this wonderful meeting, which it will be a wonderful meeting. It will be a wonderful time together to learn, unlearn, and relearn on this journey that we find ourselves. Okay, on behalf of Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting, I welcome every one of us joining. Thank you so much for joining. So today we don't waste most of our time as we only have 90 minutes to spend here. I will welcome every one of us once again. And to proceed in this, I would like to welcome Mr. Michael Oluwaleri to give us a welcome and opening remarks. We all know Mr. Michael is a certain accountant and a financial analyst, and also is in charge of he's the director of study in Pathfinder College of Management. So join me and welcome Mr. Michael Oluwaleri to give us a welcome and opening remarks. Mr. Michael.
All right, yes, thank you so much, our host for today. I believe you can all hear me. I'm not getting our feedback. Okay, so yes, it's good to be here. So in the chat, I think we can make use of the chat for now so that we can be able to control the noise. Yes. All right. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm actually hearing an echo. Let me take care of that stuff. All right. So yes, so we can get started. So yes, welcome everyone, and this is proudly brought to you by Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting. And so we think it is necessary to actually have this symposium because of the fact that we have the new ICAN syllabus that was just released a couple of weeks back. And so the ICAN calendar is actually on break now because of the fact that the May diet has just ended, and hopefully before the end of this month, the results of the May diet exam will be out, and we can start the November diet, hopefully by the beginning of July, most likely first week of July. So yes, so as you can see, we are taking you through this session on how you can become a chartered accountant, and you and I can. Initially, this symposium is actually meant to be a symposium between the lecturers and students of Accountant Pathfinder. That's Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting. But one way or the other, we extend this to the public so that they can also learn, because we try as much as possible to ensure that everybody gets value. And in one way or the other, I believe every one of you that will be that has joined this symposium will actually learn one or two things. So yes, so Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting is actually an organization that is known for raising chartered accountants. And not just that, the mission statement of the brand is to bridge the knowledge gap. So to bridge the skill gap. So now some people they have the knowledge, but they don't have the skill. So this is how where Pathfinder College of Management and Accountants comes in to ensure that you have the skill, you have the knowledge, which is the first thing, and you also have the skill. So yes, so the skill actually requires the application of knowledge. And now Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting has a subsidiary which is called Accountant Pathfinder, which is known for organizing tuition relating to ICAN, ACCA, and some other professional accounting certification. So yes, and Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting is also has some affiliations with some top professional bodies outside Nigeria and beyond in Asia and the likes. And when we start proper, we're going to get the full gist as it goes. So yes, so but in today's session, we'll be focusing more on the ICAN. So yes, so Accountant Pathfinder started a tuition house around 20 immediately after the pandemic, even though the plan has been before the pandemic, but we started immediately after the pandemic in 2019. So yes, and now the tuition has actually raised quite a lot of chartered accountants, and the goal is to raise at least 1,000 chartered accountants in the next 10 to 15 years. So yes, and we have some of our um, qualified members that used to be our students, so but now they are ex-students that are also, I think there are some of them on this call, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, so yes, we're also going to be hearing from them. So yes, and one thing is one thing that we do here at Accountant Pathfinder is we try to ensure that the ICANN journey is seamless and the students achieved tremendous success. So that has actually been our primary goal ever since the journey started. So we have our facilitators here that will be coming on board to take two keynote addresses. The first is going to be talking about your ICANN journey, and the next is going to be talking about the new ICANN syllabus. So please and please, I want you to wait to the end of the program. There are a lot of things to learn. Make sure you are all ready to dive in. So yeah, so in order to save time, I'll be handing over to the host so that I can take it from there.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Michael, our the Director of Study for Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting. Thanks so much for that wonderful section. All right, so I believe we are all here with our questions and so that we have a lot of professionals here that will answer all those questions. So to go into our the main thing here today, we have so the first agenda here is our welcome address and opening remarks, which have been taken by Mr. Michael. The second one here is our keynote one. So keynote one will be taken by Mr. Theophilus. Mr. Theophilus Iwagwo. So will be taken by Mr. Theophilus about you and ICAN. You and ICAN. And this is very much important because we need to understand why ICAN matters now more than ever. So like the mindset and strategy that we need to thrive in the journey. So I believe we are all here, and with this, you'll be sharing his story, a life story behind this, his past experience about ICAN. So permit me to welcome Mr. Theophilus, Sir Theophilus, to take us through the section. Mr. Theophilus, sir, if you are there, over to you, sir. Mr. Theophilus, are you there? Mr. Theophilus. Okay, why is setting up is a system. So
Okay.
okay, is here, sir. Is here, sir. All right,
Yeah,
so let's welcome Mr. Sir Theophilus to take us through ICAN journey so far. All right, sir. The floor is yours, sir.
okay, good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, please give me a moment. Let me share. Let me share my slides? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, Theophilus.
Yeah.
See your screen, but we can't see your voice. So please, can you share your video so we can see your voice too?
Can you hear me?
Let's
Okay.
see your video too, please.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, can see me now.
Cannot see you. Only see your picture.
Just a moment. You can see. Supposed to see my video. Why? What's up? Hello, Mr. Mike.
Hello, sir, Mr. Theophilus.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I can stop sharing because I'm sharing the screen before. Let me stop
Okay,
sharing,
share the
sir.
screen. Share the screen. So I can continue from there. Share the screen.
Yeah, yes. Let me just share the screen here.
Okay, okay.
All right, so this the screen according to what you sent.
Yeah. Okay, good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, as you hear, my name is Sir Ike Theophilus. I'm a chartered accountant and a seasonal auditor. I'm here to take you on a journey on ICAN and what you need to know about journey with ICAN. And before I commence, permit me to thank the staff and management of Pathfinder Professional Institute, where we have a Pathfinder College of Accountants and Management. So before I start, there are two keywords I need to introduce. First and foremost, what is ICAN? What do ICAN stand for? First, ICAN is an acronym that stands for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. It is the most recognized accounting professional bodies in Nigeria with millions of members. When we say that ICAN is a professional institute, it means that immediately you join ICAN, of course, you become a professional member. ICAN is also established by Act of Parliament with responsibility of training accountants, auditors, and formulation of fiscal and monetary policies via Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria. Now, what am I saying here is this. ICAN is not like other professional bodies. It is a professional body that established by Company and Allied Matters Act by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is only accounting body that established by the parliament, and they are saddled with the responsibility of training accountants, auditors, and formulating fiscal policies. All these policies you are seeing in this country, monetary policies you are seeing in this country, is the brainchild of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. Please, Why? Take it up small. Who's controlling the slide? Okay, now ICAN is affiliated with IFAC. When I said IFAC, IFAC is the International Federation of Chartered Accountants that control all accounting bodies in the world. So IFAC is International Federation of Chartered Accountants that control all accounting bodies in the world. With ICAN, you will be exempted to the following international accounting bodies like ACCA, CIMA, and CIA. Now, what am I saying? I say that ICAN is only professional body we have in Nigeria that can give you a password, can give you what we call visa. In other places, they call it visa. So you can migrate to any other accounting professionals in the world. It is only ICAN you can get it. For example, I talk about ACCA. ACCA is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants in the world. You have CIMA, CIMA Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Example, for those who want to manage, specialize in manufacturing companies, in determining costs, cost behaviors, and cost performances. They belong to CIMA. And also, I'm happy to be a member of this institute, Chartered Institute of Internal Auditors. These are the trained auditors, those who want to work based on how the audit, most of them are external auditors, most of them are internal auditors. So from here, you can understand the COSO framework, you can understand the audit risk, and so on and so forth. So ICAN can give you an exemption to that. Immediately you get this ICAN certificate, in fact, you have gotten a visa to join these following professional bodies. Now, I want you to understand that this exam called ICAN is divided into segments. Please pay attention for you to see how this exam is being structured. Number one, we structure what we call ATS. We have what we call foundation level. We have what we call skill level, and we have what we call professional level. First and foremost, let me take the first one. What do I mean by ATS? ATS is Association of Accounting Technicians. Association of Accounting Technicians. Who are those people that are entitled to enroll into ATS? These are people that has WAEC or probably OND. Now, if you have WAEC, it's not necessary that you must be an accountant. With WAEC, you can enter ATS. So that is why sometimes, with that information, people can go astray. Now, in olden time, could you remember that a lot of people will be waiting in the house until they see their JAMB, until they see the result of PCOMA and thereabouts. So instead of you to waste millions of days in the house waiting for JAMB to come out, waiting for PCOMA and so on and so forth, you better enroll with your WAEC. Within the interval of 3 years or 2 years, because this exam is two times in a year, you must have achieved your ACA. Now, this exam is classified into 3. We have what we call ATS 1, ATS 2, and ATS 3. So they have what? These papers, they have 4 papers in each of these stages. So you need to pass those papers. Immediately you pass this paper, you go to another stage, which is called foundation level. In this foundation level, it contains also 4 courses as well. In these 4 courses, you will see principle of management, and also is similar to what you did in ATS 3. That's why it is a systematic process. So it's similar to what you did in ATS 3. So you encounter the same 4 papers in foundation level. Immediately you pass the 4 papers in foundation level, you also go to another class called skill level. In this skill level, you are also equivalent with BSc holder in university. That's what we call it, skill level. So now, this level contains 6 courses, depends on your exemption staging. Mostly, I can recognize students based on institution attended, whether accredited or not. Graduates of accounting from ICAN accredited institution will start from skill level. Let me break this one down. For instance, if you have your foundation qualified, you are going automatically to skill level. Those who has BSc, if you have BSc, for instance, from ICAN accredited institution, you are going to be exempted, like you'll be exempted from audit. So you will also mandated to write 4 papers. What are those 4 papers? You start with what you call PM, you started with what you call public sector accounting, you started with what you call financial reporting, and probably you write what you call advanced taxation. So these are the 4 papers. You are not going to write 6 papers or 5 as others are going to write. Now, so your own, you'll be exempted based on the institution you attended. But those who did not attend, who attended private institutions, or probably some of the student schools that lost accreditation from ICAN, they were mandated to write the whole papers. That is what you will see in the skill. So with your ATS and foundation level, you are there. Now, after you qualify these 4 papers from skill level, automatically you are going to professional level. In this professional level, ICAN have seen you, and ICAN has known you, that now you are also a prospective member of their colleagues. Now, this level also contains 5 courses as well, and these courses you need to pass them for you to get ACA. For you to get ACA, you need to pass them. Now, somebody has said that he heard there is an added courses in the skill level. No, the skill level, that thing he called added courses. Please, I want to correct the impression. It's not added courses. Rather, they replace what he call CSM and put PM management. That's the performance management. So they change it. They replace it. It's not added. Many people have been committing that blunder. They say that ICAN has added, as someone just asked. They didn't add, rather they replace. So ICAN did not, your load, still your load. So what they did is that they replaced. So they subtracted and fine-tuned, almost the same thing anyway. So what they did, they bring some certain subjects from strategic financial management, and they bring some certain courses from management. This is where you are going to look at something like investment appraisals, internal rates of return, accounting rates of return. Either all those projects are measurement. So they discover that some people are afraid of what you call strategic financial management in a professional level. So they try to demystify the professional level and bring some integral parts of that course into PM and remove what you call CMS, CSM. So that is what happens there. Now, immediately you pass skill, you go to professional level. Are we together? Confirm if you can hear me. Are we together?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yes. Good. Now, when you get to professional level, in this professional level, ICAN will consider you as an expert. You are scoring, your marking scheme will increase. At this professional level, you are not expected, your analysis, your case study, you are expected to analyze like an expert. And you must pass the 4 courses. What are those 4 courses? You must pass what we call case study. You must pass advanced audit. You must pass advanced taxation. And of course, you must pass what they call almighty SFM for you to do what? Qualified. Now, immediately you qualify, of course, ICAN will give you ACA, showing that you are now a member. So you have that, your registration number will automatically cease to exist. You will not get that registration number again. They will now convert it to membership number. Are we together? Immediately, ICAN. So somebody said that for me, that has PM and FR to write, but could not write last diet. Are you saying, please hold your question? I will address them after the seminar. I will give you time to ask more questions. So thank you for, please, you can be throwing your question. I will address them one by each after the seminar. Now, upon qualification, you are mandated to join a district closer to you and attend what you call ICAN MCP. That's a mandatory continuous professional seminars. Now, immediately you qualified, ICAN does not allow you to go home and relax. No, mind you, the modern illiterates, I use the word modern. The modern illiterates are those who fail to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So immediately you qualified and you fail to learn, unlearn, and relearn, automatically your knowledge ceases to exist. So ICAN is an initiation to study. That's why you must join MCP. So what do I mean by NCP? You must be attending, experts will be coming, giving you what they call technical knowledge. Those things you did not encounter in an ICAN exam. For instance, they may come and give you a kind of SS bank recovery problem. They will come and give you knowledge about Power BI or other AI and different kinds of skill acquisition. So that's what we do. So you must join a district. What do you mean by joining a district? You find a district that's closer to you. Like we can call it, let me use the word. You can call it unit, depend on where you reside. If, for example, if you live in Ikorodu, you join Ikorodu district. If you live in Ikeja, you join Ikeja district. If you live in Bagada, you join Ilupeju Bagada district, and so on and so forth. So you join ICAN district. This is where you'll be functioning from. So that is that. Please, the slide, control the slide, please. Let's go up. Now, in other hand, remember, I told you I want to explain. I think I have done justice by explaining what I mean by ICAN, how it affiliated, and what you need to know about ICAN. Now, what I'm expected to tell you now, what do I mean by journey? In other hand, journey is a systematic approach to achieve a task or objective. Look at where students abandon ICAN. This is the place they run away. This is where they say, ICAN is too strong. I don't want to continue again. Please pay attention. No, now, I have discovered what I mean by ICAN, and it left for me to explain what I mean by journey. So, journey is a systematic, I want you to underscore this word, systematic approach. So, you must follow this task systematically. Now, this process will cost you your time. So, your time, ICAN must hold your time. Those time you need to go and watch ball, Chelsea, Liverpool, gone. Immediately you enroll into ICAN. ICAN must hold you into work. Number two, finance. Your money will go because those who are coming to lecture you, they are experts, they are professionals. So you must pay for your tuitions or tutorial fee. You must purchase some books. You must pay other attributable costs, transportation to your tutorial class centers, and so on and so forth. That's number two. The third one is what's called commitment. Sometimes students skip any of, you don't need to skip any of this. Remember, I have mentioned time, I've mentioned finance, and commitment. If you go to the class and you have not committed, somebody is asking me, how do I get a FCA title? I will tell you, I'll address those ones. Don't panic, I will give you. Now, commitment. Now, when you committed, you must committed by studying, looking researches, taking past question papers, and looking what has ICAN tested over the years. What has ICAN tested? You can forecast. That's what's called financial forecasting. You forecast 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what was ICAN tested in the last diet? What was ICAN tested in 2 years diet? And so on. You will not depend on the lecturers. Are we together? This is an external exam. And the fourth one is what's called sleepless nights. You will not sleep. Anybody that's telling you for you to pass, you will sleep. That person is deceiving you. You must achieve this task. Remember my definition. My definition said that it is a systematic approach to achieve a what? A task or objective. Remember, there's an objective you want to achieve. So abandon sleep. Sleep is, by the way. Now, and having said this, kindly follow me as we journey the process below. I want to introduce you on those process on how to achieve this result. Now, join me step by step how to achieve ICAN certificate. Please pay attention. Number one, see your ICAN certification as a project that needs to be completed within a particular period. So this project, ICAN must be a project. When we talk about a project, what do we mean? When you say a man has a project, it means that that man has sat down, look at the cost, look at the benefit analysis, and look at the time. In planning, we use what we call SMART when we want to measure objective. That objective must be what? Simple. It must be measurable. It must be reliable, and it must be time bound. That's why in practice, we use SMART analysis. So in ICAN certification, you must also complete it and use it as a what? A project. And also you must set a time bound that from now to 2 years or 3 years, I must be consistently attending classes, and I must consistently writing my exam, and I will not skip any diets, because the reason why people delayed, they skipped some diets. This would give you the sense of urgency towards completing it on time. So immediately, my mentor said that if you fail to plan, then you are planned to fail. Now, immediately you set a goal. What do I mean by setting a goal? A goal must have a time bound. So you put a time bound and also work towards the time bound. Number two bullets is this. Look out for people in the same level as you're preparing for the exams. Now, immediately, whether you are in 8 years, I've mentioned it, whether you are in foundation, whether you are in a skill or in professional, please get a colleagues, because you may be studying ICAN past question paper 2010. Your colleagues must have read 2015. So you must do what you call comparative analysis. You must ask questions. You must ask him, what did the ICAN test? Ask questions, integrate, share ideas, and aligned with your colleagues. So that's why you must also check those people in your.
Sorry, we lost you.
Are we together?
Yes,
now,
sir.
you check people in your colleagues, you interact, you read together, you fertilize ideas, and you discuss together and share, because this is an external exam. Nobody knows. For example, now, let me give you an example. You may be good in doing what we call group. You know how to do consolidation very well. But when we come in the issue of cash flow statement, you don't know how to do cash flow statement, or maybe you know how to do direct method. You don't know how to do indirect method. So your colleagues must put you through. Also, you don't know how to do ratio analysis, profitability analysis, liquidity analysis, and other leverage analysis, even trend analysis. You don't know how to do it, or case study. So that is why you must interact. You work as a synergy, work as a team. So interact with your colleagues and their level. You can fertilize ideas. Now, you would usually get this from ICAN tutorial centers. For example, if you come in our side here at Pathfinder, we have what it takes to make you to qualify as a chartered accountant. We have a seasonal lecturers. We are waiting. We have our library. The director of studies are there waiting. So immediately you encounter him, he will give you all the materials that will make you to attend to the height you want. Tell him your level. Tell him that you need these materials. He will supply it. Power of your cycle. What do I mean by power of your cycle? Power of your cycle means the ability to interact with the lecturers. It helps you to seriously and consist with the process. Interact with the lecturers. Form a good relationship with the lecturers. So don't be afraid. After the class, one thing about Pathfinder is that their lecturers is down to earth. They are easy to communicate with you. Anything you ask them, in fact, there's what you call lecturer-student relationship. They have it, they maintain it. So their aim is to see you to qualify. That is our vision. The third one is join Pathfinder ICAN. What's happened? The screen is out. Okay. Now, the third one, join Pathfinder ICAN Accredited Tutorial Center for quality lectures. I've said it, with experienced lecturers. Let me give you something. The reason why students failed or consider ICAN is that they will tell you, hey, this exam is too hard. Who told you? Who says so? Bring the person in our tutorial center. If you have seen any of them, tell them to come to Pathfinder. He will encounter us and we dignify the courses in such a manner you understand it. For instance, if you look at my profile, for instance, you will see what I take to be there. So for Pathfinder to hold somebody like me, it means that they want you to qualify. That's why we need qualified and experienced lecturers. This is how our lecturers are almost PhDs in accounting. They are all chartered accountants. So they are seasonal lecturers, and they are aware of all this exam. They knows the pattern, the system, and how the exam is being set. So they will give you the password to pass the exam. So you must come to the tutorials where you can receive quality lectures with experienced lecturers. This does not take the place of personal study. Please be careful about this place. This does not take place of personal study and preparation. Some students only depends on the lecture. Please don't commit that blunder. Don't depend only on the lecture. Learn how to have your home timetable, have your own personal study, and have your own prepare. If the lecturer is teaching you about this course, go home and study another course. If he's teaching you, for example, calculation courses, dwell much on what? Theoretical courses, because he's working based on time. That's why in exam, I told my student that they're what we call 50-50 matching concept. I use 50-50 matching concept. What do I mean by 50-50 matching concept? 50-50 matching concept is this. The lecturer will contribute 50%. The student will contribute 50% for you to achieve a result of what? 100%. Class, are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good. We are good to go. Now, on that thing again, if you come to Pathfinder tutorial centers, we have what we call online lectures, lecturer tutorials. Depends on the nature of the work. We plan our program in such a manner, wherever you are, whether you are in, it's not necessary you must be in Lagos. No. If you like, be in outside country. Join our online tutorial classes. Depends on the nature of your work, at your ease and confidence. So join online. If you are in Kaduna, you can join us. If you are in Ghana, you can join us. So the only thing is that registered. Our vision is that we want you to, we have what we call in Pathfinder, let me give you a secret. We have what we call primary objective and secondary objective. Our primary objective is to do what? To train you.
Technology.
Who's tolerating that noise? Now, our primary objective is to ensure we do what? We mold you. Even in your working place, you can stand out. And our secondary objective is to make sure you do what? You qualified. Because we are certain you must qualify. That's why I put it as a secondary objective. We are certain you must qualify. So join us. And lastly, always ask questions. This has been a limiting point to most of the students. You will notice that some students come to the classes, they'll find it difficult to ask questions. Why is the lecturer there for you? Class, sorry, are we together?
Yes, sir. That's good, sir.
So, I said the last point before I omitted myself, I said always ask questions. Are you together? We over years, we recorded that a lot of students don't ask questions in the class. I don't know whether will I say it's a straight fright or probably it's temporary mental issues. No, you paid a heavy money to learn. And you need to ask questions. That's why the tutorial, they provide a lecturer for you. So within that 2 hours, the lecturer will be on the class. Please ask any question that will enable you to pass. Ask him, bombard him. If he's not an expert, he won't be on that class. So ask any reasonable questions that can earn you mark. So let's go to the 4th bullet. Please slide up. Okay, now the another bullet is this: study hard and devote time to it. Study hard. Remember, I told you that this ICAN exam is a project. A project, go and ask a man that is building a house. He will tell you what he means by a project. He will tell you that this house is a project. The man will tell you how many blocks he has built, how many cement he has bought, how many zinc, pro lines, and so on and so forth. So this is, you must study hard. and devote time to it. ICAN is a time-consuming program. Have you seen it? So it is a time-consuming. It will definitely take your free time. I call it free time. Remember, I mentioned it that time. A free time, those times you need to go and play, all those are leisure time, you go and watch Chelsea. I've already mentioned it. All those time you used to go to Facebook, you used to go to WhatsApp, all those things gone. Anytime you're going to Facebook, instead of you to go to Facebook, rather you're going to research. Ensure to give it a maximum time it requires. Please, if you fail to give ICAN maximum time, my dear, remember, let me say something here. Let me say something here. ICAN is very lenient. Let me give you a secret. ICAN is very lenient. Do you know why I say it's lenient? For you to qualify as a chartered accountant, you need only what? 50 marks. Look at. I'm just giving you expo. Don't say it out. Now, you need 50 marks. Look at the mistake ICAN made. That's why you must be consistent. Look at the mistake they made. ICAN bring question 1. They bring question 1 to 7. Out of that 1 to 7, they ask you to write only what? 5. Now, look at the mistake. Out of 5, they go and give question 1, a whole question 1, 30 marks. Mind you, how many marks did they want you to pass? Only 50. Now, only question 1, 30 marks. That means that you are left with what? 4 questions. Out of that 4 questions, we have what we call section A, section B, and section C. Questions from section B is 20 marks. Are we together, class? Can somebody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, let me give you this book. Just if I were you, write this thing down, and this is how to qualify at once. Now, ICAN has made a mistake. We don't want to review this thing to them because we're lecturers. Now, they see only question 1. They go and leverage question 1. Only 30 marks. Look at the mistake. That means that the remaining 4 questions, you have to battle with only 20 marks. And out of 20 marks, 1 question has carried 20 marks. So the remaining the remaining 3 questions are Jara, are efficacy. You're back to efficacy. I wish some student that is very smart can understand this analysis. Can you understand the analysis?
Yes, sir. Very good.
Good. Now, immediately you get that question 1, get question one question from question B, you have already qualified. Going to question 3 again to go and answer 3 questions, that is what? Over-qualifying. So you are giving them overwork. So you are meant to score more than 80. So that is what our secret of what? In Pathfinder. This is our secret, and we are giving it to our students. So this is the lapses in ICAN exam setting. That is why you must meet experts. So when you meet experts, they will give you this clue and you will pass. That's what we do. Are we together? Now, this thing I'm saying is only achieved when you give your ICAN your maximum time. No ICAN courses is superior to each other. Please pay attention. Some people will leave something like audit. They will go and study group. That, hey, group is only calculation course. I want to die. Let me focus on group. No. You must pass that audit one day for you to go to another level. So some people will leave PM and go and study tasks. So it's only tasks. Let me study tasks. All of them, you must pass them. So no one is superior to others. Have a design timetable for your home study. I've already emphasized this in before. So this is one of the grievous mistakes students commit. So have your own timetable. As you have your own lecture timetable, have your own timetable. In the midnight, don't sleep. You have a project to achieve. You have a time bound. So have your timetable. Other bullet is get to your study paths, past questions, and start studying immediately. That is why you don't wait. Immediately you come out from exam, you know the one you write well. He knows the one you didn't write well. It is only you and God that know yourself. So immediately we are going to register. Please join tutorial classes early. Start study past question papers. Pathfinder will provide this thing to you. Study paths. Go to the study paths. Go to past questions, I've already said it, and start studying immediately. So enroll, don't wait until results come out. You know the one, you know, you can measure your performances. So register with them, start the class. Pathfinder Tutorial Center will guide you on how to get all those materials. Like I mentioned study pack, I mentioned past question papers, and other study things. So they will guide you, and that is why they are there. So meet the director of studies, he will put you through. If you are still a student, try to finish your ICAN in school. Please, I'm giving you a expo. Those who are now a student, please, if you're a student, it's better you use your ATS, your WAEC, to come and enroll. The reason why is that if you are working and taking ICAN can be very stressful. Go and ask those who are working and writing ICAN now. These are the people that are complaining ICAN is too hard. ICAN is too hard. But that time you are in school, these are some of the information we did not get earlier. Ab initio, if I had known, I could have finished ICAN early. So that was a grievous mistake, and I don't want you to commit it. For those who are still in school, please don't wait until you get your BSc. Nigerian strike can set in. They delay your BSc. So use your WAEC and roll. Before you get to third year, you have already gotten your ICAN certificate. So that's one of the advantage. But if you are working and be doing ICAN, sometimes it's stressful. Depends on the nature of the work you are doing. Some of us plan to finish ICAN in 2 years' time, but it took us longer as a result of work stress and all. And majority of people started ICAN. They thought they would have finished it because of their work stress and family and so on. In fact, it took them time more than necessary. So that is why you must start it now, not tomorrow. Other thing, for undergraduates, you can use your what? I've already said it, SSC certificate to apply for 8 years. That will qualify you to write the ICAN exams. So I said it before, with your WAEC, with your NECO, with your NAPTEP, you can use it to start. Please, slide up. Let us see the next bullet. These are some of the things you need to do. Now, for graduates, confirm your eligibility for exemptions based on your course of study and the university you attended. Let me emphasize something here because of some questions I'm seeing on the dashboard. Now, if you're a graduate, what matters most is this. I've already said it. It depends on the school you finished. While you are running an ICAN program in that school, please confirm that this my school. Is it ICAN accredited universities? Or you can quickly go to ICAN website. If you go to the ICAN website, you will see the list of the universities or polytechnics or college of education that what accredited. So that will give you an overview of the kind of exemption you will get. But for those who are not from the accredited university, I've already said it, you will also start and write all the whole papers. Let me give you a secret. ICAN is not necessary for accounting students. Any students, any BSc students, any HND student can either be a medical doctor or whatever, you can join ICAN. That's why ICAN is only professional bodies that has variety of what? Experts. If you want medical doctors, ICAN have medical doctors. If you are talking about engineers, ICAN has ACA engineers. So that's why you see most of them, they are consultants. If you want those that study any other courses, you will see them there. So ICAN is not only open to accounting graduates. I already said it. Graduates from other courses of study can also apply. ICAN is one of the widely recognized certification worldwide. Having your ICAN certification will help you to go a long way in your career as it sets the tools for you to bag other professional certifications. Now, let me tell you here, ICAN certificate can open doors. Immediately you go out, the next thing, if you are traveling outside the country, the next thing they'll ask you, if you're an accountant, are you chartered? You say yes. Are you a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants? You say yes. The third question they ask you, give us your membership number. Immediately they queue in on the dashboard in any country. Your picture, that picture you sent during the time of registration will appear. Your name will appear. They will verify that indeed you are a chartered accountant. So ICAN opens a lot of doors. If you're a chartered accountant, my dear, I can tell you your minimum earnings. You can never go below average. So ICAN opens a lot of doors, opportunities. Go look at the job now. If you can open any newspaper or website, before you see accounting job, the next thing clause you see there, you must be chartered. You must be chartered. These are the things they want you to do. So for you to do that, you must be a chartered accountant. So every corporations now need a professional expert. Now, please slide up. I think we are almost coming to the concluding part of this symposium. Yes, as I said, I've given you all the process and what you need to know. So the next thing is this. For more clarification on how to register, please, you can reach us. You look at the screen now. You can see these three numbers. No, for you to reach us, so you can hear my voice very well. I myself and others, if you look at the flyers we share, this is a snapshot of what you are going to gain. What I'm saying here because of time. So I'm allocated the time. So what we are going to gain is more than what you are hearing. So we are going to unveil a lot of things for you. So contact those numbers. Immediately you contact all those numbers in the screen, you will reach us. So when you reach us, and we can put you through and also plan alongside with you on how to achieve your objective and be a chartered accountant. So thank you so much for listening on this thought-provoking seminar. So I so much appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Can we say thank you? Let me see that. Let's have it. Thank you, Sir Theophilus. Let me see that in our chat box before we continue. Use your chat box and say, Sir Theophilus, thank you for this. Yes, I can see that. Thank you. I can see that from Owen, Mr. Owen. Nigeria. Thank you. Yes, more let's celebrate things. Thank you, Mr. Thank you. All right, all right. So thank you so much, Theophilus, for this wonderful clarity about ICAN journey. He said a lot of things that I want us to look into, and I believe that we all have questions. Believe me, trust me, we have another section for new syllabus, which I know that there are a lot of questions as I know that we have in mind. But before we continue, Mr. Theophilus said a lot of things that that the visa to get for that like get they are like you opening doors for other certification. So we need to strive to get this on time. And also he said a lot about the segment of ICAN. He classified into 8 years, and also he classified foundation level. He explained more about skill level, and also explained the exemption part of it, and also a professional level. Also, he talked about the process, and he said something about ICAN that we have to see it as a project, because this word, in fact, really struck my attention a lot. So when you see a ICAN as a project, that means that there's a time allocated to it. A project have its own time. You draw your cost benefit analysis, everything. So you draw it accordingly to ensure that you're able to finish and give adequate report on time. So let's see this ICAN as a project, and let's set at like a particular time, like in the next 2 years, I'm finishing my ICAN. In the next 1 year, finishing my ICAN, so that everything we have to give our finances, our commitment, and our time to it. And he said something about ICAN, that ICAN is 50-50. Like lecturer, we play their own parts, and also student will play their own part, because most students, they believe that whatever they are being taught in class is the final. No, it's not the final one. We have to also commit time of study, personal study. By this study, we build confidence in whatever question we that might come in, that may come in exams. Also, he asked about, get clarity on where to start, because if you have a BSc in accounting, BSc in economics, you have to get clarity. Okay, where am I starting from? Is it from foundation? Is it from skills level? Is it from foundation? So those are the questions that you will get when you approach a tutorial center, which Pathfinder College of Management can give you this clarity. So I believe we all have a question. We all have question. We all have question. So just drop your question here. Mr. Satiofilos, we address that in our question and answer section. So to move on now, I will also want us to get ready. Please drop your question in a chat box for Mr. Theophilos to answer. So during our question and answer section. So to move on now, we'll be looking into another keynote because of time. We'll be looking into ICAN new syllabus and career growth mindset. In few weeks back.
Sorry, sir. Please, I have only 2 questions here. Can I quickly address them so you can continue? Because there are only 2.
Okay, just 3 minutes, sir, so that we have a lot of things. All right,
Yes,
sir.
yes. The person didn't ask much. Of course, Tomitope asked for me that has PM and effort will write, but could not write last night. Okay, yes. The syllabus has replaced CSM with FM, so you have to study that with the new syllabus. So the other person asked me, how do one get FCA title? Wow, you have not gotten ACA. You're talking about FCA. Okay, let me explain. So for you to get FCA, FCA means fellow certified chartered accountant. So you're a fellow. So what it means that you must have qualified 10 years. You must have post 10 years qualification. It's just like in law, that what you call SAM. So in ICAN, we have what you call FCA. So FCA means that the person must have qualified 10 years and also be paying his annual dues, levies, and this. Those are some of the things that can also qualify you. Whenever you are attending the seminars, what you call credit points, you are getting your credit points and you are paying your dues. And also you have been 10 years in qualification. So if you qualify now, count 10 years from now to next 10 years. I can invite you to come and collect your FCA if that is what you need. I think so. So by this, I think I've tried to address the 2 questions that posed to me. So thank you once again as I hand you over to Jesse. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks so much, sir. I believe your question have been answered, Temitope and Luziria. So we still have question and answer section, which I believe more people will still ask questions. So Satievelos, just hold on a little for us, so that we can get more questions coming in. So, all right. So to continue, we need to move straight to the keynotes, the second keynote, which we'll be talking about, and we'll be addressing the new syllabus. And most people were, I remember the first week this syllabus came out, a lot of questions, a lot of confusion everywhere. But trust me, Pathfinder has have simplified everything for us so that we can understand this. We can align everything accordingly so that everybody that is writing this particular level, we understand how to position himself on it. So to take us to that, join me as I welcome our doctor, the chairman of Pathfinder, in the person of Dr. Omorua, president, to take us through that. Doctor, sir, over to you, sir. I'll stop sharing my screen so that you can share your screen, sir. Please let me see let's welcome the president. So let me see your
All right, I think I've been muted a long while. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Am I audible from your end, please?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Technical issues, they've been trying to unmute me. All right, so I want to applaud the last speakers, Theophilus IT, and also the Pathfinder team for organizing this section. Trust me, we are still celebrating the Muslim break, and we should be relaxing by now. But they have to put things together to ensure that it has been productive. This Monday has been highly productive. So I know there are a lot of persons here who have joined the seminar for one reasons or the other. And one of those reasons may be the professional examination syllabus. They want to see how the changes in the syllabus will affect their transition as they proceed in this course of their career. So just to, before commencing, I want to congratulate everyone who is here today. And I want you to have your pen because there's going to be a lot that will be talked, okay, in this section. ICAN has provided us 150 page of the professional examination syllabus, and I'll be doing justice to it in a snap. So you may not be able to store everything in your head or in your brain. So just paper, your jotter and your pen will suffice. That will help you jot some salient points I'll be releasing in today's section. Now, right on my screen, you will see it as professional examination syllabus and regulations for the training of chartered accountants in Nigeria. This is a one-page document released by ICAN as at when the changes in the syllabus occurred. Now, what we are going to be doing in today's section is I'm going to entertain as many questions as possible as time permits me, but I'm going to be touching some salient parts of the syllabus, especially the additions, okay? What changed in the syllabus? What are those things that you should bear in mind as an accountant in this journey? So many people think that it's just to come to class, write exams, go home, come for next diet, write exams, no home, go home. Many of them are not aware of maybe they want to become an ROA. ROA means registered accountant or licensed accountant, or maybe they want to become a fellow of the institute, or what are those things that they need to do even after qualification? If you qualify as an associate or as an chartered accountant, do you just sleep back at home? Do you relax? Certificates has touched some of those things, but I'll be shedding more light because some of them are contained in this material. Now, one interesting thing is that, are we looking at ICAN today? Okay, this is the forward. Okay, are we looking at ICAN today? I just need to show you something that I believe that maybe 70% of the house are not aware of. Now, the so-called ICAN that you call today as ICAN was once not called ICAN. So it was once called the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. That is ICAN, Abi. Just come down. So the name was formerly called the Association of Accountants in Nigeria. All right. So the ICAN you call right now was formerly known as the Association of Accountants in Nigeria, which was first established in 1960. And then as at 1965, that was when the name changed to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. This is just to bring you to that notice, all right? So that's just it. So let's go up and see what we're talking about, just something very quickly. Now, the whole journey of this ICAN thing is just for you to get certified. And the way ICAN is going now, ICAN is not just certifying accountants. ICAN is now currently certifying digital accountants. So they'll tell you that the accountant that they are certifying now should be able to compete globally. That is why if you watch the trend that ICAN is moving at, ICAN is currently entering into partnership and MOU with several multinationals or several accounting bodies around the world. So ICAN has agreements with organizations like the CIMA. ICAN already has an agreement with ACCA. Recently, ICAN has an agreement with CPA. So ICAN is going around the world. They are touring around just to ensure that people that bear the ACA qualification, it's not just ICAN that issues ACA. So the ACA qualification from ICAN carries weight, or they are being given preferential treatment when they travel outside the country. So that is why our focus is going to be on ACA. Now, if you're not an ACA, that means you are either a student member or a fellow member. So if you are just a student, you are in skills, professional foundation, you are a student member, please address yourself as a student member. All right, because when you go to ICAN office and you want to lay complaint and you tell them that, oh, my this is showing this, and they'll ask you, are you a member? So people just say, yes, I'm a member. They'll say, give me your membership number. And they'll start calling student number. You will just hear them hiss. It has happened several times. All right. So when you are in this journey of ICAN, you must know the point that you stand. So if you're a student member, What that means is that you have not yet inducted, you are not yet qualified. Okay. Then, if you are done with your examination, you are done with your professional examination, but you have not yet inducted at all. All right. You have not yet inducted at all. You can now be called a graduate member. Okay. Many people use that word graduate member because they have not yet inducted. Then, after induction, you can now be called an associate member. All right. Then after associate member, 10 years post induction, not post qualification, right? So it's going to be 10 years post induction. If you qualify in 2001 and you ended up inducting in 2025, they will start counting from 2025, all right, for your 10 years. So it's going to be post induction experience or tenure. That is when you're going to move forward to get your FCA. It is not necessary that everybody collects FCA anyways. ACA is the normal, is the benchmark, okay? If you want to get your FCA, you can move ahead. All right, so let's just go on. What do we have again? Now, there's something I need you to understand with regards to the recent ICAN syllabus. Now, look at this. ICAN is now incorporating, or let us say ICAN is now telling us more about practical work experience. Now, I have students that qualify as chartered accountants and at the point where they want to register for induction. Induction is just like your convocation in your university. At the point where you want to register for your induction, ICAN will require you to fill a form, induction form. And in that form, you have to fill the experiences that you have gathered and the likes like it. Now, I hear some people say that they have applied for induction 1, 2, 3 times. ICAN do not get back to them. ICAN do not actually invite them for induction. Now, the truth is that when you apply for induction, you must get feedback from ICAN because ICAN will okay, ICAN will need to send you, ICAN will need to release a list of individuals that they have accepted their application. And if your name is not there, it simply means that maybe you have not met with the practical work experience threshold that ICAN has set, okay, before you can be inducted as a chartered accountant. So you can't just qualify maybe at 18 years or 20 years, or you just qualify without no experience at all. You have never even held a laptop to prepare financials in your life, but God helped you, you're not chartered, and you will not enter a mode of thing and say you want to do induction. ICAN may not accept it. All right, ICAN may not accept it. So depends on how you fill your form. You are required to fill your practical work experience. So please note that you are expected to gather practical work experience. All right. Now the question we usually get is that should the experience be after I qualify, or should the experience be before I qualify? Please take note of this. So let's read this quickly. They said a student studying to obtain the ICAN ACA. I told you not only ICAN issues ACA. We have other accounting professional bodies that also issues ACA outside Nigeria. So anyone that is studying to obtain the ICAN ACA needs to complete at least, look at the 36 months of practical work experience. At least 36 months of practical work experience. Now, 36 months is approximately 3 years. So if you are to be an ACA, all right, you must have at least completed 36 months, that is 3 years of practical work experience, right? Now, when we mean practical work experience, it's not like you are working as a receptionist for 36 months and you say you are qualified. No, you are not qualified though. Receptionist, there are some areas that are not in line with the practical experience. I'm going to be letting you know this as we proceed. But let your practical work experience be channeled towards audit, tax, compliance, reporting, anything that is correlated to accounting, not receptionist, all those, third party jobs, and you say you want to, or marketing, and you say you want to qualify as a chartered accountant or you want to induct as an ACA. So this is it. Now, some people will say, sometimes I don't usually I've seen somebody that have done induction, but he didn't actually get 36-month experience, but he did induction. Yes, we know how it runs, right? But this is the law, this is the rule, this is what ICAN said. That person may have, maybe in one way or the other, inflated the number of years of experience that he had. Are you getting it now? And maybe oversight duty, oversight responsibility, ICAN may overlook, or maybe because of oversight, they may just grant the person freelance to go. But that does not mean that everybody will have this same situation played the same way it has to be like this. So please note that you have 36-month experience in accounting. Now, they said the practical work experience is gained through a training agreement with one of the ICAN authorized training employers. I'm going to explain what ICAN authorized training employers means. Now, back in the days, when you qualify as a chartered accountant, there's usually an IT training that we usually go for. You have to go for an IT training for, I think, that should be a few months. Now, once you go for that IT training for about a few months, that is the only way you can come for induction. But as the time passes, we don't longer see something like that again. That IT training was not usually the way it used to be. I think that was when ICAN introduced IT into the professional syllabus, which you don't have again. It's not in your syllabus again. There was a time that IT was a course. Information technology was a course on its own in the professional syllabus, but it is no longer there. They have to split it into every other courses. And that is similar to what they did in this recent syllabus. Now, I'm going to be telling you what authorized training employers is as we progress. So I don't want to pack everything in just one place. Now, they said, however, they said such practical work experience may include experience gained before registration. So this is where some students get it wrong now. So somebody have asked me, this experience you're talking about, is it like after I qualify? That is when I'm going to gather this experience, or before I qualify? So ICAN is telling you clearly, it says such practical work experience may include, all right, experience gained before registration as a student. So before you even became an ICAN student or a student member of ICAN, you must have worked somewhere. So we cannot just say that all those experiences are a waste. So even if you have worked 10 years, you have worked 5 years before you really start for ICAN, ICAN will only recognize 12 months. Please pay attention. If you have worked 5 years before you really start as a student member of ICAN, every previous experiences you have gathered, ICAN only recognizes 12 months of that experience, meaning that the extra 24 months that you need would be after registration. So look at it here. However, prior experience to be approved by ICAN shall be limited to a maximum of 12 months. Okay, you see, so if you have gotten 15 years, that does not concern ICAN. I can only pick 12 months out of that 15 years. I say, okay, fine, you've only gotten 12 months experience. We need a further 24 months experience. So everything will combine to become 36 months. How far did you have it? So the 24 months will start counting from what? From that date. Now, why the students must obtain the remaining 24 months acceptable practical working experience post-registration. So post after you have registered as an ICAN student. I hope this is very, very clear. So please take note when it comes to, please note that these things, you have to upload it on your dashboard, right? You have to upload it on your dashboard at the point of registration. In fact, student has their dashboard. So there's a place where you have to start uploading your recent jobs and everything. Let ICAN begin to see what is happening in your life as you progress, so that when you are now applying for induction, it is going to be a little bit much easier for you. Now, let's go further. There's another point I want you to note here. They said students in employment will be required to complete an online practical work experience form to record the work experience covering the following key areas. Let's go back again. Students in employment will be required to complete an online practical work experience form. All right, to record their work experience covering the following areas. So if you are currently working, all right, if you are currently working, ICAN is saying that your work experience should not just cover accounting, reporting, auditing, financial management, information technology, insolvency, advisory and consultancy, taxation, and public finance. You know, all these guys here, they are core accounting. So ICAN is saying it shouldn't just cover the core areas, which are the practical experience development areas. It should also cover professional skills. Professional skills. That is to say, as an accountant, you should start going for courses that are focused on leadership, courses that are focused on emotional intelligence, courses that are focused on negotiation, communication, conflict resolution, teamwork, strategy, governance, and risk management, problem-solving skill, technical competence. You should start going for things like this: professional values and ethics and attitudes, professional codes of conduct and ethics. So many accountants, if they see a training on leadership, they say no, it's for people that want to become a leader. If they see a training on communication, they say maybe it's for lawyers or people that read English. No, all these are now included in the syllabus. ICAN is saying that you that is working should at least gather competence in these areas, apart from your core accounting areas. So please take note of that. As many trainings that you can attend to solidify your understanding of these areas, the better, and the better for you. Now let's go further. The professional examination. The professional examination holds 2 times. Somebody reached out to me and said there was a news that the professional examination will start holding 3 times. Yes, they plan to start holding it 3 times, all right, but it has not yet been effective. They are still working on it. That is, if they eventually do not overrule it. But for the 2 times, it is still in May and it is still in November. That is where the examination will hold. Now, please take note that whenever I call the word ICAN, I'm talking about the professionals, okay? I'm talking about the foundation, okay, the FSP, all right? I'm talking about the FSP, the foundation, the skills, and the professional. ATS, I'll be coming back to you. Your examinations are usually written in March and in September, still twice. Now, another person reached out to me and said, ICAN recently released that they will start writing CBT. Calm down. I'm going to analyze what that means. I'm going to be telling you the mind of ICAN when it comes to CBT. Now, just note that professional examination is going to be skills and professional examination, skills foundation, and what professionals. So it's going to be written in May and also going to be written in November of the year. And please take note that we have several centers for examinations. ICAN writes its examination beyond the boundary of Nigeria. We have ICAN exams conducted in Cameroon. We have ICAN exams conducted in SA, South Africa. We have ICAN exams conducted in London. We have ICAN exams conducted in the UK. So maybe you are in skills level and maybe employment took you out of Nigeria and you're now in the UK. You can still write your ICAN examination in the UK. It's as simple as that. So we have several centers. And I believe that we are growing as an institution. We should be able to cover the world, okay? Just like as ACCA is now much more global. All right. Now, let's come down. So this is the breakdown of the 150 pages, everything you see here. Please, somebody's trying to write on my screen. Everything you see is the breakdown of the 150 pages. So let's just leave whatever is here and just go to the main. Let's just go down. Let's go down. Now, there's what we call linkage, all right? There's what we call linkage with other subjects. Now, any subject you are offering now is technically linked to another subject in ICAN. So many of you that will say, hey, this course is too hard. I want to pass this course and leave. It simply means that if you pass that course eventually by the mercies of God and you leave that course, that does not mean that you will not see something that's related to that course again. As you go higher in the career, okay, in the profession, you will see something that is related to what you have done before. So ICAN is not stupid when ICAN says you need to pass all the subjects at foundation before you move to skills, because they know when you get to skills, there are some things that you would see in skills that you have done in foundation, and that will help you to grow better. Now, if you're in skills, I can say pass the O6 papers or whatsoever in skills before you move to professional. They know what they are saying, because whatever you are passing in skills will give you head, all right, when you go to professional. So most times when people find it difficult to pass professional level, it simply means that they have a weaker background. Any issues with the recording, please? Can I proceed? Mr. JC, are you with us? Okay, that's fine. So I'll just record from my end. Is Mr. J? All right, thank you. So anybody that finds it difficult at professional level can be traced to maybe they have a very weak background at skills level. Go and check it. People that do self-study at skills level, then when they come to professional, they see SFM and they see advanced reporting, then actually they let them come for classes. Go and check very well. Many of them are very slow in class because they did self-reading or self-study at skills level. They were unable to gather sufficient knowledge. It is not, you can't compare it when an expert is demystifying that course for you. So they usually have issues. So please take note. ICAN is saying that each of these courses are linked. So do not pay more attention to one and leaving the other one, because as you progress, you will definitely see that you'll be referring back back to that particular course that you once hated. Then the next one is ethical considerations and professional judgment. Your syllabus as it is now, I can make a pronouncement. All your syllabus, all the courses in your syllabus now has ethical considerations and professional judgment. All the courses you see in your syllabus now has ethical consideration and professional judgment. I'm going to be explaining these in details because this is related to CSME that was eliminated from the syllabus. So what is ethical considerations and professional judgment? Rather than I can put in those ethical considerations and professional judgment in just CSME, for example, I can ask to spread it to audit. So if you open your audit pack, you will still see ethical consideration in audit pack. If you open FRO CRO pack, you still see ethical consideration in FRO CRO pack. So they have been able to spread it to other courses, letting you know that ethical consideration is the key word for ICAN, right? So you have to what? You have to what? Uphold ethical consideration. So that's why it is still examinable in the syllabus up to today and up to tomorrow. Now, this has also been included, soft skill. Now, somebody was asking this. Now, there's going to be a soft skill that you guys are now going to write online, and you can write it anytime. anytime from foundation, whether you're in foundation, skills, or professional, you can write it at any time. Now, what is this soft skill? I mentioned something, ICAN is going digital, right? So ICAN is saying that apart from you just learning how to write or solve on paper, we want you to have a soft skill that you should be able to, you should be able to use as you progress in your career. Now, what are these soft skills? Those are what I have mentioned earlier: skills in leadership, so skills in emotional intelligence, negotiation, communication, conflict resolution, teamwork, problem solving. Now, look at it. Candidates will be required to write and pass a computer-based test, which will be conducted together with professional values, ethics, attitudes at any point during their membership. So in case you are saying, well, I'm not ready to go and do any course now on leadership. Let's leave leadership. Let me focus on my group account, or let me focus on main accounting. You will pass this exam before you qualify. You must pass a computer-based test that will test you on soft skills. And these are the areas that the soft skills will cover. How ICAN will come about it, I don't know. But I know that ICAN will be working on a platform where you can just log in, maybe with your student number, log into that place and write this examination. You are meant to pass it before you can proceed. So if you like, pass your 15 papers that ICAN has distributed in your normal syllabus, you will still come back to write your soft skills. So please take note of that. Take note of that. All right. Coming down to the syllabus, coming down. So I said earlier that for members, okay, for membership, we have accountants are broken down into chartered accountant, which is ACA, and we have registered accountant, which is ROA. ROA are people that are practicing. Then we have student accountant. Now, for you to practice as an accountant, somebody asks, if I'm chartered, does that mean that I can start practicing? Zero. Lie. If you are chartered, that does not give you the permission to start doing public practice. Don't let ICAN catch you. All right. When you are chartered as an ACA, you must get a prerequisite knowledge at least 3 years. At least 3 years. Solid accounting knowledge. Before ICAN will now give you license to practice. It is when ICAN gives you license to practice that you can now be a registered accountant in the diary of ICAN. That is why I can release this registered accountant handbook every time. They are what do you call it? They are registry all the time, just to tell the public that these are the people that we know that are registered accountant with us. So in case you are thinking that, okay, once I qualify, I can start signing financial statements, I can now start running an audit firm of my own. Don't let us cash you. If we cash you, we know where to put you. Area G is there. Different areas in your location is there. Let us lock you up. So please ensure that you have prerequisite knowledge, okay? Solid one, especially when you're working with audit firms. 3 solid years from audit firms is good, will suffice. Then you can now start applying as an ROA. You do not need to be a fellow before you can have your license to practice as an accountant. Please take note of that. You do not need to be a fellow before you can get a license to practice. An ACA can practice as a licensed accountant, but a student member cannot practice as a licensed accountant. So please take note of that. Now, when you are moving to the signatory letters, at the fellow level, you'll be regarded as an FCA. FCA is the highest in the hierarchy in ICAN. So when you are F, when you're having F, that is the highest. All right, that's the highest, right? So ACA is the one you know now. Once you pass a professional exam, please, you do not need to write an examination for FCA. All right, you do not need to really write an examination like you prepare for an exam and come to a mode of all and start writing exams, something like that. So FCA is gotten through 10 years post-induction experience, right? So once you have qualified, 10 years after you have qualified, you've inducted, then we can start counting for you before you can earn the FCA designation. Then for the ROA, you need to have experience, and as well, you need to apply for it. All right? Okay, all right. So look at it, the practice of accountancy in Nigeria. A member of the institute is not allowed to set up public practice, according to what I've said, as an accountant until he or she has applied for and has been granted a license to practice by the council. So please take note of this. There are a lot of misconceptions, all right? So please take note of this. Now, what about library? ICAN has library, right? ICAN has library. Now, ICAN office is at on the island, Idowu Taylor Street, okay, plus 16 Idowu Taylor, VI, okay, Lagos. Then another ICAN office is at Murtala Mohammed Way, Ebute Meta, right, in Lagos. So now, what do you mean by library? Library simply means where you can get your resource to study. Now, ICAN has an e-library. Just go on the ICAN portal, or as simple as it is, just type the course and put ICAN there. Just say ICAN Performance Management Study Test PDF. You open, go online, and it will come up. Just download it. Okay, just download it. As simple as that. But ICAN has their complete library, both their journals, their yearly books, their registry, and everything. You know, they have those things in their location. So when you go to Idowu Taylor, when you go to their headquarters, the headquarters for ICAN Nigeria is at Idowu Taylor. So when you go to Idowu Taylor, you will see a library there. Now, who can access this library is the question. Before you will say that Pathfinder said there's a library, we can go there and go and study. Who can access this library? The Institute Library provides services to both, whether you are a member or whether you are a registered student. So ICAN has divided it. If you are a member, there's a library that you can access. If you are just a student, there's a library that you can access. Now, the library at the Secretariat, situated at plot 16, Idowu Taylor, VI, Lagos, caters for the information needs of both of the members. So if you know that you're a member means maybe you're an ACA, you can go to Idowu Taylor, FCA, you can go to Idowu Taylor and access their library. The materials they are for people at that level. Now, why the student library located at the Institute Secretariat Annex, 82 Murtala Mohammed Way, Ebute Metta, Lagos? That one caters for what? Both students and members. So please take note of that. It's a new building. The building is still looking new. In fact, it is bigger than the headquarters. So the library there is ultra modern. I can tell you that's ultra modern. Okay, it's also at ultra modern. So please note that this Murtala Mohammed Way, Ebute Metta, is at the Oyingbo side. Okay, Oyingbo side. Oyingbo side. You can also go to Oyingbo. There's a library at Oyingbo. All right. So you can also just, there's a librarian. If you need anything regards that, please, you can email the librarian. Let them do justice to that. Now, quickly, we have districts and we have chapters when it comes to ICAN. So I'm just going to be brief on this, right? Now, once you ACA, it's fact, inside that mode of where you usually do your induction, you will see representatives from different district society. They'll be telling you, come and join my district society. You see them with their banner, with their stand. You just go and join. Sometimes you'll be doing big boy. You don't want to join. Don't worry. Don't join. Okay? Don't join. Nothing is going to happen for now. All right? Nothing is going to happen for now if you don't join. But please note that ICAN created a district and a chapter for them to be able to reach their students at the what? At the ground level. So when you join a district or you join a chapter, there are various opportunities that you are going to get. All right? There are various opportunities that you are going to get. So please, that's your idea of, I don't want to join a district now because I'll be paying district levy. It's a lie. Whether you join, whether you don't join, okay? There's going to be one point that you will need to join. So I'm going to give you an example. All right? So if you want to get your FCA, all right, in your district, must let's say they must confirm it that you want to get your FCA. So if they don't belong to any district, who is going to confirm it for you? Nobody is going to answer you, Seth. They are not going to send you a message. But your registration tuition centers, your districts, okay, sometimes will be cited. If you don't do that, who is going to answer you? So there are some things that you will need to do that you will need your district to back you up or to stand for you. And that is where we meet. And also for you to get job opportunities as well, district. Many of these guys in district, they are CFOs, they are owners of organizations, so they can always link you up to jobs at the district level. All right. Then I'm also going to be telling you one particular place that you can get short jobs as a chartered accountant with ICAN. Right. Not everybody knows it, but I'm going to be telling you today. Now, publications and virtual resources. All these things are what I can usually publicize. I don't need to start talking about it. Your study packs are part of it. Your Pathfinders are part of it. Your ICAN e-learning platforms. I can usually publicize accountability index. So these are the publications that ICAN will always release, isn't it? That's fine. Nobody tests you on that. Now look at the training agreement. Somebody asked, I've said that before. Okay, so training agreement, ICAN has what we call training partner. They call it approved training partner. Now, somebody will ask and say, must I learn this skill from somewhere? Or can I learn it anywhere before it will count for me? It's as simple as that. Now, ICAN is saying ICAN training agreement is a joint agreement between the professional examination student, which is you that is writing ICAN, and ICAN approved training partner. This partner is the employer. All right. Now, this represents opportunity to relate students training towards obtaining the ICAN ACA certifications to the demands of the work environment and international education standard, IES. ICAN training agreement towards the certification of a prospective member of the institute must contain the training commencement date, duration and examination support, among others. Let me just explain what this means. Now, when ICAN is talking about training agreement, is that see, when some people tell me that they are doing ICAN and they don't have job, that they are full time, they are at home, and you tell them go and enroll, go and talk to an audit firm and just go and learn there. They'll say how much your audit firm pay, 30,000, 40,000. What am I using that one to do? No problem. Sit at home. Sit at home. Life has now gone beyond the money, so it is not the experience that sells you. So that agreement that you have with the audit firm that you are going to, okay, you want to learn there or you want to work with them, that is technically an agreement. It's an employment agreement that will technically lead to training agreement, because you will technically be learning on the job as you proceed. So if you say that because of the money factor, you would not be proceeding to get some kind of training that you're supposed to get, and you decide to sit at home, that is what I don't understand. Because when you finish your ICAN and you are filling your induction form, they are going to tell you that there's a link ICAN will tell you to copy. Okay, you will copy that link and send it to your referee, and you will send it to your sponsor. I guess now. So that person you're sending as your referee, they will state that it should be the CFO or maybe the head of account of your organization or the previous organization that you have worked. So if you don't have a company that you have partnered with or you have agreed with in terms of employment or maybe learning, which company do you want to put there to work? Just that many of us now are not bypassing. Maybe they have a friend, a father, a brother, they will just fill it for them, and people progresses. But this is the right thing to do. You must get a company, an organization that you are working for. So when it's time for you to fill your form for induction, it will be stated. Okay, it will be stated. Now let me give you a short thing that ICAN does, right? When it comes to license, ICAN just stop they renew their what do you call it, their stamp and their license. I think it stopped in May. Now let me tell you what they do. As an audit firm, listen, as an audit firm, this will help you. As an audit firm, you are meant to give ICAN the list of people that are working with you, whether as trainee or whether as staff. ICAN has the list of every audit firm that is under their registry. So if you're an ACA or maybe you're an accountant and you have an audit firm, you must give ICAN the list of everybody working with you. Then tomorrow, okay, let us assume that A and B chartered accountant provided a list of every accountant that is working with him for the last 10 years to ICAN. Then tomorrow, you now want to use A and B as a cover-up for your induction and registration. Immediately you put that you work with A and B, and maybe somebody help you to sign forgely and whatever, ICAN do their due diligence. They will go and check A and B. They will just put A and B on their registry. A and B will come out. They will check all the names that are in that list and check whether your name is there. If your name is not there, they will reach out to the partner and say, please, somebody is stating that he has gotten training with you or practical experience with you. Can you confirm? If that man checks the registry, his own, and confirm, if he says no, you see that that is an ICAN badge that you think that is for joke, they're going to deal with you. All right, you're going to see Oba Atokpeye on that day. So please pay attention. Ensure that you have proper training before you can get inducted as an ACA. People are bypassing, but the way it is going, if ICAN is very, very strict with it, with the way they are going, especially when this new syllabus is out, it will be difficult for individuals to bypass. So please, it is better you avoid than you enter into such situations. All right. Now, what are these training persons? Accredited training employer or qualified persons responsible for training. All right. So even a Pathfinder will do training, and when we give you training, we'll do certifications. We'll give you certifications to back up those training. Those training will actually solidify you on the practical side of accounting. So when they say go and do training, they are not begging you now. It's not in the new syllabus. You must get those training, prove that you have gotten those training, write the exams and pass. Then we are now sure that yes, you have gotten some skills. All right, let's go down. If you want to get practicing license, okay, you just need 3 years. I've said that 36 months to get your practicing license. These are the offices of ICAN. Okay, we have office. This the headquarters is at Idowu Taylor. We have one at the annex is at Mohammed Way. That is the Oyinbo own. Then we have office in Abuja. If you're in Abuja, please look at their center and their office there. No matter the state that you are, just type your state and ask for Google for ICAN location. If they don't have it there, then you have to reach out to we that have it in our area to help you do 1 or 2 things. Kaduna license office, Kano license office, Enugu license office, and then that's all. All right. So I will not be talking too much on qualification that you need to become or to start doing your ICAN. My own is that every qualification that you have, ICAN has a place to start you. If you like, come with O level. If you like, come with NAPDEB. The only thing that I know that they cannot take you is when you're coming with something lower than O level, maybe primary 6 certificate or just a 3 certificate. That one, I'm not sure. But when you have O level upward, no matter the discipline, no matter the course, ICAN has a place for you. Highest thing, you will still use 1.5 years. Because if you're coming with any certification that is from HND upward, okay, HND upward, you use 1.5 years. Foundation skills will be written in 1 year. Then professional will be written half, which is half of the year, which is 1.5 years. Because examinations are written twice in a year. So in all, you're spending 1.5 years for your ICAN in totality. These are the qualifications that ICAN is saying that they can accept. Okay, I will just be talking on one or two. I'll be talking on ACCA. So if you come with your ACCA to ICAN, you write 3 papers. Okay, that should be 3 papers. All right. Then if you come with IQ, that is the institute. Where is that guy? All right, this is the big boy. If you come with this guy, the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales, you are exempted from all paper. But I think you are going to write a qualifying exam, something like an experience exam, something like that. We're going to see that. So please just know that if you are a Chartered Accountant of England and Wales and you're coming to ICAN, you're not writing any paper. The same way if you're an ICAN Chartered and you're going to England, IQ to get a certificate, you will not also write any paper, but it's an exam you are going to write. I think it's an experience exam, something like that. So that's just the paper you are going to write, test of experience. That's just what you are going to write. Then which other guy again? Which other guy should we look at? That's a big boy. Okay, that's just it. Chartered of Economics will come and start from foundation level. Look at them. They'll start from foundation level. So any of them that you see here, they have levels that they're going to start from. Your CITN too will write some papers in foundation and write some papers in skills. So that's how it is. So CITN will start from foundation. I think there are about 2 papers there for them to write. Now, that is just that. Then the next one I want to be talking about is how do you apply as an ICAN member? The first thing that you need to do is just to register. All right. And you need to register with ICAN as a student before you now move through. So I'm not going to be doing details of this right here. Okay. And if you know you cannot do it, if you know you cannot do it, don't gamble it. It's not when you have done it and you now hang, you will not begin to call somebody to come and help you do it. They will charge you more. Because there are instances where you want to register as a professional student. You will go and use ATS link to register. And once you use ATS link to register, your name will already be in ATS registry, not in ICAN registry. Sometimes some people want to register for for 8 years. They'll go use professional link to register. Your name will fall in professional registry, not in ATS registry. There's going to be a correction. Sometimes when you pay, there's going to be interruption in your banking transaction. Before you know it, you may not see receipt. Before you know it, it is not processing. So all these things are challenges. And you also need a chartered accountant to sign for you before you start carrying your paper like someone that is looking for a job up and down to look for a chartered accountant that will sign. And it's not just any chartered accountant, a chartered accountant that has paid his dues. If you're up to date in your dues, that's the only people that can sign. So that is just it. So leave registration, leave exemption, okay? Leave it for people that have done it before. Or if you have done it before, you can now start doing it by yourself. Before you have hiccups and you start complaining that ICAN portal is not good and whatsoever. So I'm going to be leaving that. All right, we're coming to the interesting parts. All right, we're coming to the interesting parts. Please know that all registrations are done online. We don't take documents to ICAN office again. Many years ago, we usually do, even before they even built their Oyinbo office. We usually go to one of their office, one side like that they're using 1 3-bedroom flat also. If you enter that office, you will not know that it is ICAN, early 2000 also. So that's where we'll go. We even used to buy a stamp duty, that stamp that you put. If you don't put that stamp in your application, ICAN will never answer you. So when we get to the office, at the outside, they will buy stamp, we'll put it in an envelope, do everything I need to do before. To register for ICAN was tedious because many of these procedures were manual. But now you can just be in your house within some hours, few minutes, you are done doing your registration or putting your document and everything. So now ICAN does not accept physical document, do everything online. So please take note of that. Now, here comes the syllabus, right? So there's been a syllabus change. Now, this is not a new thing. If you have been with ICAN for years, you know that ICAN reviews syllabus, sometimes after 5 years. Depends, okay? So ICAN reviews syllabus. Now, in this case, maybe people that are just too new to ICAN has reviewed syllabus, ICAN has reviewed syllabus. But if you are old in this game, you know, this is a normal thing that they usually do. But just note that whatever time that they are reviewing syllabus, what it does is that there's going to be a transition process. A transition process simply means how do you flow or how do you move through the new syllabus. Now, the thing is that some people are going to be affected positively, while some people are going to be affected negatively. So as I start explaining, you already know where you fall, whether you are positively affected or whether you are negatively affected. All right. So as we have said, the foundation level becomes the first level in ICAN, followed by the skills level, then followed by the professional level. Now, as usual, your foundation is 4 papers. All right. Your foundation is 4 papers. Your skill is 6 papers. Your professional, which is the organizer of them all, is 5 papers. Okay. Now, at foundation level, right, you'll be writing 4, as skills, you'll be writing 6, at professional level, you'll be writing 5. Now, let me leave it from here. Let me just come down. There should be a place. Oh, okay, let me use this better. Now, conversion from the old to the new syllabus is as stated here under. Now, this is 2021 syllabus, and this is 2025 syllabus. Do you see the gap? 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, almost 5 years, right? Almost 5 years. So sometimes they usually review syllabus around that 5 years gap. Now, this is what they do. Foundation. We have business, what you call BMF. Okay, this is what we call BMF. So BMF, everybody knows BMF. That's the whole syllabus. Okay, you don't call it BMF again. We now call it business environment. Okay, business environment. Now the question is, what is happening here? When did ICAN hold this meeting? Okay, now whenever there's going to be a change in syllabus, ICAN calls tuition houses to be present. They need to tell tuition houses their intentions for the syllabus. Contributions is going to be held, debates, one thing or the other. So even before the public began to know that they want to change syllabus, tuition centers are already aware. All right, they've gone for meetings. ICAN has held meetings with them and they have discussed. All right, in that house. So BMF is now changed to business environment. So what happens to finance? Calm down. I will tell you what ICAN did to finance. Now, the finance was taken to FM at skills level. Please take note of that. The finance has been taken to FM at skills level. Does that make sense? Secondly, we usually have this issue, right? When you come to foundation level and you do ICAN, it's different from somebody that started from ATS. Somebody that did ICAN from ATS 1, 2, 3 and came to skills and professional. That guy is rugged. Okay, he's rugged, he's versatile. It is not like you that just came with your degree and you started from maybe foundation, my explanation here. You see this BMFN that I can change to business environment. This business environment is plus economics. Econs. Go and check your syllabus. Economics has now been included in your business environment. Okay? Study material. So when ICAN releases the study material, you will see a section for economics on its own. You will see demand and supply. You may see inflation, unemployment. Okay, you will see some economic terms that they want you to understand. So they have brought economics from ATS that we usually do it. They brought it down to foundation level. Your brain must not be dull. All right. That's what happened there. Then the finance part was taken to FM. All right. They took the finance part and brought it to FM. Does that make sense now? Good. Now the next one is FA. Is still FA. Management information is now MA. Now the thing is, we have been going back and forth. MI and MA are the same thing. Yes, MI and MA are the same thing. In fact, many years ago, it was called MA. I think that should be a P1 level. That should be P1 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was called MA. So they later changed, Abby. They later changed, change. So MA, MI is the same thing. So MA, PM is the same thing. Just that PM is advanced MA. So when you do MA at foundation level, you will do PM at skills level. So you see this MI that you are seeing here now, I cannot change the name to MA. And I cannot add some things to this MA, which I'm going to be showing you as we proceed. I'm going to be telling you the things that I can add to MA. Am I making sense now? I can add Excel, data analysis inside this MA. You will see. So many of you that say, I will read on my own. You read on your own, no problem. Okay. You have not seen a question on that before. So I can start the question for the first time. So at least you will need a thorough guidance from top professionals. So you'll be able to scale through very, very well. The next is business law. It was changed to corporate and business law. So these things is not about changing of names. They also change the details, okay, the detailed nature of each of these materials, which I'm also going to be telling you. Okay, so That is that about foundation. Okay, that is that about foundation. I'll be taking questions, but not now. Just give me a few minutes. Then for skills, what happened in skills is the financial reporting is still financial reporting, but your audit and assurance is now audit assurance and forensics. So this is like forensics. Now let me stop at reporting, right? Now at reporting level, what is happening here is that the name did not change, but the content changed. Environmental reporting has been added to your syllabus full time, and there's no way ICAN will not test it. It's not possible. According to the rules of testing question in ICAN states, and I will quote, it says where a standard is being released or a new law is being released, from the point of being released, the date that it was released, give it 6 months. After 6 months, ICAN reserves the right to examine that standard or examine that new law. I will quote it again. ICAN said, where a standard or law is being released, and that law or standard has been released at least 6 months, maybe they released it in January, and now January, February, March, April, May, June. June is 6 months. After June, ICAN examination board can start taking the questions on it, whether it is effective, whether it is not effective. IFRS 18 is not effective. Okay, that is, we've not started using IFRS 18, which is going to be replacing IFRS 1. But after 6 months, go and check when they release IFRS 18. Calculate it. If it is more than 6 months, start preparing to answer questions on IFRS 18 in your examination. So please take note of that. So your reporting did not change in name, but it changed in details, right? I'm going to be telling you those things that they added. I just want to give you an overview here. I'm going to be telling you the transition process as well. Whether you fail one, you fail whatever way they want to do it. I'm going to be giving you solutions to that. Now, that is how it works. Your taxation is still taxation. Baba himself, PM is still what? PM. Public sector is still public sector. All right. But some things were added. I'll just tell you what was added. Anyone that nothing was added, I will let you know that nothing was actually added. All right. So going forward, now the CSME, what we did to CSME is to spread the effect of CSME on other courses. So when you say I can remove CSME, they did not 100% remove CSME. They brought it out and said, no, stop standing on your own. All right, because we are actually an accounting, professional body. We are not doing management yet, but you are also still informative. Okay, our people still need to know you, so they brought it out and they spread it. Okay, they spread it into each courses. So if you check the totality of CSME, those parts that relate to risk, those parts that relate to ethics, they have spread it to SFM, they spread it to FM, they spread it to some other courses. So therefore, you will not be totally be scrapping your CSME study pack. So in case you have a CSME study pack and say it is not useless, it is not useless. You're going to be seeing most of those things in your CSME pack inside other courses. All right. So we no longer have CSME, as the case may be. That's a good thing, Abi, because many of us don't even like reading before. You prefer everything calculation. So ICAN has answered your prayers. No more reading in ICAN. Come to calculation. So ICAN is saying, okay, since we're taking out CSME, let's bring in FM. So if you look at it, there's a dash here, meaning that CSME was not replaced with anything. It was taken out and spread. Then they introduced a new one known as FM. Financial management. You see, for a very long time, I myself have been waiting for ICAN to do something with the syllabus. And I'll tell you why. The reason is because after studying the syllabus for over 15 years, I realized that when student gets to professional level, they tend to flow with CRO, they tend to flow with tax, they tend to flow with audits, which is advanced audit, then case study, professionals are there to take case study. But the issue, they don't flow with SFM. Now, they see SFM as the almighty, as they usually call it. Go to ICAN induction. When the ICAN is doing induction, they're giving awards. Whenever they just say best in SFM, you say ICAN student will stand up. They want to see who is that. So they see SFM as a king, as a law that has come to colonize a territory. That is because prior to professional level where you are taking the SFM, you have not had a solid background of any other of something related to SFM. The only thing that you can tell me that is a little bit closely related to SFM was the PM. But PM himself does not do justice to SFM. So what ICAN did was to say, okay, rather than our students having to face rigors at professional level dealing with the boss, SFM, let us introduce a junior SFM and call it FM at skills level. So that when they do FM, attacking SFM will not be piece of cake. Now, you're going to be experiencing now, going forward, that SFM will not be a challenge again. If you do your FM sufficiently well, if you are well tutored, okay, at FM level, you wouldn't be having issues with SFM at professional level. So that is where the cake, that is where the table turns now. So ICAN has done a very good job. I need to meet with the council members, at least get them something, handshake with them and other things. They have done a very good job to bring in FM. So that is going to reduce the intensity that SFM has been pulling. Watch it now. People will start passing SFM. PM will have become the major. PM will now become the king of kings now. SFM will have to lower itself because most of the things must have been done at FM level. Even if it is not as advanced as SFM, it's going to help you a lot. Now, FM is the new, right? Technically, everybody that is writing, if you are in skills now, if you are in skills as we speak now, you are writing November diet, you must write FM. There's no way you can jump it. No oracle, no combination of oracles can help you, okay, in this case, or vindicate you. You must write what? FM. So let's go further to the last, which is professional level. Not much changed here. So what only changed was CRO, okay, changed to SBRO. That's the name that ACCA uses anyway. So most of these changes aligns with ACCA standard, right? So the corporate reporting changed to SBRO, which is strategic business reporting. Now, in details, it also changed. The sustainability reporting that was introduced and environmental, reporting, sustainability reporting that was introduced at FRO was just introduced at, when somebody say, just test it. So the testing is what they give to you in FR. Then eat it. When they say eat it, don't test it again. Eat belly full. That's what they brought at SBRO level. So if you check the new study pack now, the sustainability reporting, if you see the number of pages that it's going to occupy, because it's a very good one, right? So it's well detailed. So if you check ACCA, you will see the pack that ACCA has even left or they've used for sustainability reporting. So if ICAN is doing theirs too, they must also give more details to sustainability reporting. So that is what is included in your XBR study material. Please take note of that. Then your advanced audit and assurance is advanced audit and assurance. Then your SFM is the SFM, okay? Then your advanced taxation is your advanced taxation. But one thing about SFM is that part of CSMA has been incorporated into SFM, all right? So your case study is your case study. Now, no matter how the syllabus has changed, we still maintain 50% pass mark. But you see now, ICAN has fresh questions. ICAN has what? Fresh questions. That is where students are going to see the other side of ICAN. ICAN now has fresh questions because they are now fresh topics and fresh questions will come on board. Okay, fresh questions will come on board. So now it's not the time for you to say, I want to study at home. Now it's not the time for you to say, I will resume lecture on the second month after resumption or third month after resumption. You will just end up dashing the trap center money and dashing ICAN money. Okay, so now it's the time for you to say, as lecture is resuming, I am also resuming. Your lecturers are already making preparation. Go and check globally, everywhere in Nigeria. Lecturers are already making researches. Those people that are taking auditing, they've added forensic, they started building up themselves on forensic, gathering information, practical experiences on forensic, and see all those things, just to ensure that they're able to deliver well for you. Lecturers that are teaching FRCR before that does not know much about sustainability reporting, they started learning much about sustainability reporting. So if a lecturer who is started, who can understand something at the 12 is going for those research, what about you? That you don't even know what sustainability reporting is, you don't even know the standard that governs it, you don't even know the laws that govern sustainability reporting. What about you? So you should put yourself down and learn these things. So please, you should start preparing for lectures as the case may be. Now let us talk about the the migration, right? So I don't know if I should talk about the migration or maybe I should leave that as a question. Now the fact is very, very simple. If you are writing, if you wrote at foundation level, if you wrote your papers at foundation level last diet, and you pass everything, you don't have any paper again. Maybe as this result is going to come out by end of this month, I will tell them, let them release it end of this month. Okay, we'll discuss with them. Now, once it comes out, what is going to happen? You now check your results and you pass everything in foundation level. You don't need to start telling yourself, hey, that means I will now come and write BE. You're not writing any BE. You're not writing anything. In as much as you have passed everything at foundation level, there's nothing for you to write in foundation level again. Disregard the changes and move forward to skills level. The idea is, did you pass? If you did not pass all papers at foundation level, that is when the new syllabus is going to affect you. So for example, if you did not pass all the papers at foundation level, right? At foundation level, it means that you need to go and write those papers that you have not yet passed. But when you have passed all papers at foundation level, what is going to happen is that you are moving to skills level. Please note, whenever a syllabus is being changed, there are two keywords. The two keywords, number one is replaced. The other one is new. Now, when you say something is replacing, BMF, okay, BE replaced it. It is not a new, all right? FA is the same. MA replaced it. So if you have passed MI before, it means that in the new syllabus, I don't think you should come and write MA again. MA and MI are the same thing. So it's just the same thing. When I even check the syllabus, you see that it's the same thing that is there. It's the same thing. They just remove some things and added some things, which is not too, not too material. So please note, if you have written foundation at this May, pray to God that you passed. So when you pass, what is going to happen is that you are coming to skills level. But if you know you never wrote foundation, you still have papers that is left. Maybe you still have law, business law that is left. You still have BMF that is left. Just know that you are no longer writing BMF. You will now be writing BE. You are no longer writing business law. You're now writing CBL. That's what is just happening. So you just take the other, the correspondence courses that have been used to replace it. That's what you will just do. It's as simple as that. Come to the boss, skills level. At skills level, if you have written this diet and you have prayed to God that you should pass, and when the result comes out, you passed, you are not doing anything at skills level again. You will move to professional level. Forget about the FM. If you pass all your 6 papers at skills, you will not be meant to write FM. You will only write FM when you did not pass some papers in skills, or when you still have 1 or 2 papers to write in skills. I hope you're getting it correctly. So if, for example, Mr. A wrote skills level as at this May, and when the result came out, he passed everything, say, thank God. That means that he's thanking God because he's not going to be in skills again. He's going to go to professional level. Nobody should go and tell you that you are going to write FM, the new course. No, you are not going to write FM. You move to professional level. But if you write the 6, you now pass 5 and fail 1. That 1 that you failed, you will now add FM to it. It will now become 2. They have given you extra credit, extra job. So if you write the 6 and you pass 3, you now have 3 remaining. That 3 that is remaining plus FM will now make it 4. So FM will only come in place when you have 1 or more papers at your skills level. Now, what about people that wrote CSME? If you wrote CSME in this diet, all right, and you fail it, it does not concern ICAN. Does that make sense? You are not going to write CSME next diet. If you pass it, it does not still concern ICAN. You are still not going to write what CSME next diet. So the reason why many people wrote CSME this diet that just passed is because they are believing that they are going to pass all the papers plus CSME. So that when they do, they will not remain in skills again. They will move directly to professional level. But whether you write CSME, whether you fail or pass CSME, last diet, okay, this diet that just passed, and you still have 1 other courses that you have not yet passed, please know that you will not be writing CSME as a course again going forward. That is the rule. All right. Next is professional level. Now, for professional level, nothing has changed. Okay, nothing has changed. Anyone that you fail, go and write it again. Okay, anyone that has failed, rewrite it again. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the transition. But if you have something that you would like to clarify, please put that on the chat box. That is going to be the major, right? That's going to be the major. Now, your timetable is the same. Your examinations are still written Thursdays, Wednesdays, and Tuesdays. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when your examination is written. Okay. Then what again? Now, how do we, what is the marking guide? The marking pattern is the same thing. Okay, it did not change. Okay, it did not change. If you're in foundation level, you have only 2 sections, section A and section B. 20 marks is for your compulsory multiple choice question, MCQ. So you have multiple choice question, 20 that will be given to you, and you'll be getting 20 marks for it. That is 1 multiple choice question, 1 mark. 1 multiple choice question, 1 mark. So you have 20%. So if you have 20%, what are you looking for? You're looking for 80%. Okay. So the 80%, where are you going to get it from? You're going to get it from section B. Section B has 6 open-ended questions. That is theoretical question, essay, computational, or scenario-based. Now, carrying 20 marks each, but you are only required to answer 4. So if you answer 4, multiply by the 20 marks each, that should give you what? 80%. So for your foundation, you have 2 sections, A and B. Okay. Then for your professional, you have professional and skills, you have 3 sections, section A, B, and C. Section A is your compulsory question with 30 marks. I usually advise not do this question first in your exam. Question B is 20 marks. Question C is 15 marks. So ICAN is going to give you 3 questions, but you only answer 2 questions from it. That is 20 marks for each. Then ICAN is going to give you 3 questions also for section C. You're also going to answer 2 questions, and it's 15 marks each. All right. Now, each of these exams is 3 hours, 15 minutes. Each of these exams is 3 hours, 15 minutes. Please take note of that. 3 hours is for you to write the exam. 15 minutes is for you to read the papers. Combine these 3 hours, 15 minutes. Except for case study, where the time for you to answer the question and the time for you to read combined is 4 hours. Please take note of that. Please take note of that. Hey, the time is not enough for me. The time rush. It will rush. When they will give you assignment, you will not do it. So the time it will fast. Okay, to be very, very fast. You understand? So you only have 3 hours. 15 minutes for you to read. Regardless, your pass mark remains 50%. And Mr. Ike has taught you how you can go about the pass mark. Okay? How you can pass, you get your 50 and you just check out of that all. Some people say, there's a level known as knowledge in ICAN. Yes, ICAN has a level known as knowledge. I hope you know. Then ICAN has another examination, a level known as application. I hope you know. Then ICAN has another level known as professional judgment. Please, I hope you know. Can somebody answer me? I hope you know that ICAN has a level known as knowledge level, then application level, and then professional judgment level. Do you know? Do you know? In case you don't know, your foundation, some people call it knowledge level, because the competence that you are meant to get is knowledge. The next one is skills. People call it what? Application level, because that is the point that you are meant to apply. Okay, that's the point that you are meant to apply. All right, then the next one is that your professional level, some people call it what? Professional judgment. That's the point that you're meant to make professional judgment. So these are just the competence that you're meant to get. So one thing that I need to go with is absence from exam. Somebody called me and said if he misses his exam, I can't give him the money back. See, if you like, carry 3 SAN, nobody's giving you any money back. Nobody will even use the money to offset future exam. If you miss an exam, you have missed an exam. You cannot use the money to, you cannot take the money back. Neither can you use the money for future exams. So don't even ask that question. It is off. All right. Please note that if you misbehave in your examination hall, you can be stopped from writing ICAN examination. You can be banned. That is, you can be banned. You can be suspended, and maybe you can be sent out of the hall. Not to finish the paper. It's as easy as that. So please always read your examination guideline. Okay, your examination misconduct guideline before entering the hall. No headsets. No, what do you call this thing? This earpod. No digital watches. Right? Don't do that. Don't even carry. We have an experience of a student many years ago that started ICAN at foundation level. He passed foundation successfully. His father was happy for him. Everything was going well. When he got to skills, he took just a small paper. He wrote formulas for ratios. He said he just wrote the formula in case he forgets. He can just bring it up. He thought this is a university exam. They never gave him orientation. Then when he got to the exam hall, he used the small paper that he wrote formulas. Now, when he was caught, he was stopped from writing the exam at that moment. I can give you a form to fill. When I can give you a form to fill, there's no problem. After that, go home. After the exam, go home and start praying, because I can going to send you a mail inviting you before the panel to come and explain what you have done. And the president of ICAN is the head of the disciplinary panel. I know that man will not want to jeopardize the integrity of the profession. So there's no way that you will escape it. So what is going to happen when you have explained yourself, talk and talk, they will not give their verdict on you. And that was how the guy was banned till further notice from taking ICAN examination. As I'm talking to you now, he's not even a member. He's still waiting for ICAN to withdraw it. And most times, as it used to be now, they may even forget you. They don't know, they can't remember any longer. So that is it. Now, when you come with this qualification, these are your exemptions. I'm not going to be doing this. What I'm going to be doing is when you have this certification, and it's another one that brought a debate in some universities in Nigeria, and I'm going to be addressing that as well. And when you come with your PhD in accounting, your MSc in accounting, and your BSc in accounting, you're already done at the academic field. So when you come to ICAN, please note that you are coming to a professional level directly. You'll be exempted from foundation and skills level. Okay, you'll be coming to a professional level directly. So I'm not going to be doing that. Please, if you school outside Nigeria, you can still come for ICAN. If you school within Nigeria, you can still come for ICAN. The difference is that the papers you're going to take and the levels you're going to start from may differ. Then the last one I'm going to be talking about under this part is here. This one brought a debate. Okay, this one brought a debate between lecturers. This is it here. Lecturers in higher institution. So ICAN has included it too. So they say lecturers in accounting department of ICAN accredited institution, e.g. LASU or UNILAG. Let's use UNILAG. If your institution is recognized and I am your lecturer in that UNILAG, for example, and I'm not yet chartered, okay, they were saying that, lecturers were saying that they cannot be writing an exam and they'll be going to examination hall and you'll see their fellow students that they taught inside the examination hall doing the same paper with them. that ICAN should do something about it. So ICAN has done something about it many years ago. So this is what ICAN said. So lecturers in accounting department of ICAN accredited institutions holding BSc or HND accounting qualifications shall be given not less, that is the key, not less, copy it and paste it in your head, not less than the same level of exemptions, concessions granted to graduates of this institution. So if you like, lecture there for 5 years or 7 years, the same level, let's say you are still going to start because you have the same qualification with that same person. So that lecturer does not vindicate you. Even professors does not vindicate you. So ICAN is split and they are standing on that ground. Okay, they're standing on that ground. So if you like, can be lecturing. If you have your BSc, come and start from the actual level. If you like, jam your students in the examination, all of you will shake hands and you will enjoy yourself. Life continues. All right, no points to panic. Then the other thing I'll be looking at is that some people have also asked, can I be in foundation or can I be in skills and write some papers in skills and write some papers in professional at the same time? The answer is yes. Shock you? All right. So you can be in skills, write some papers in skills, and write some papers in professional. The answer is yes. Now somebody has opened mouth and say, my guy has been deceiving me. Yes, the answer is yes, and the answer is no. Now this is it. Anyone that wants to write papers in skills, all right, and also in professional at the same time must be that person that falls under the kind of words must fall under. There's a name that I can call it here. There's the name. Okay. Sorry, granted for partly qualified students. So if you're a partly qualified student of approved professional institution based on your transcript as listed above. So you can write some papers in skills and some papers in professional. Let me give you an example. When you come with ACCA and you come to ICAN, you are meant to write 3 papers. So let's go. Let me show you the 3 papers that you are meant to write. ACCA, where are you? ACCA. That should be down here, professional certifications. So please, in case you see it before me, ACIBN, ACIS, Association of Institute of Financial Service UK, Institute of Chartered Secretaries, Association of Chartered Institute of Insurance, ACIN, ACITN, CNA. Do you have ACCA? This is it. Now, this is it. ACCA UK. All levels except the following subject in each of the following levels. An ACCA certified will write business law, corporate and business law at foundation level, public sector and finance at skills level, advanced taxation at professional level. Now the question is, will you spend 1.5 years to do this? Because normally you're supposed to write this corporate and business law at foundation, which is 1 diet. Then you will now wait. If you pass it, you will now move to skills, and write public sector, PSAF, right? For that diet. If you pass it, you now move to what? Advanced taxation at professional. No, you can write the 3. All right, you can write the 3. I can give you. You can write these 3 because you are coming from an organization or an institution that is under IFAC that guarantees your your transmission, which means that if you're coming with another professional certification that is under IFAC, that IFAC recognizes, and you're bringing it to ICAN, ICAN will not say, okay, because you have to write 2 papers, you should now wait for a diet. No, you can combine it and write them. And ACCA own is a very good example. I get it now. It's a very good example. That's what it means. So an ACCA person can qualify in just 1 diet because he's going to be writing these 3. But you that is coming with BSc, MSc, you are going to pass through the stages. So pass through foundation, finish first before you go to skills, finish first before you come to what? Professional. We're only talking about organizations that are under IFAC, right? That are coming and they are giving exemptions, strong exemptions, that they are only meant to write few papers. Those are people that we are giving concessions to. Then this is the IQ, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales. I said all levels, but to write examination of experience. So you are going to be exempted from all the papers in what IQ. You're only going to write the examination of experience. The same way, if you go with your ACA to UK2 and you want to get this certification, you're just going to write examination of experience there also. They have a very good MOU. All right. If you have CIMA, you are going to be exempted from all levels, but you're going to write advanced audit and assurance. All right, advanced audit and assurance. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that. Okay, that's just what I'm going to be doing to that. So that is all. Quickly, that is all. I'm just going to be spending more. Just give me 5 more minutes. Let me round up, please. 5 more minutes. This is going to benefit people that are writing the papers. Now, for foundation level, let's start on the first one. Just 5 minutes, please. Do we have foundation people here, or should I skip to skills? We have foundation, that is financial accounting. Now, your financial accounting, this is the breakdown. For you to know, this material will be made available to you is on the internet. This is the breakdown. Your financial accounting has now been broken down to financial framework, that is accounting framework, recording financial transaction, reconciliations in financial accounts, accounting for transactions in the financial statement, accounting for partnership, not-for-profit entities, and incomplete record, financial statement, and now they've included virtual accounting. These are now the breakdown of your financial accounting paper. So please, you must know this. They have weight. This is the weight: 10, 15, 15, 20, 15, 15, 10%. Let's come down. Let's come down. These are the full syllabus. Okay, these are the full syllabus. Let's come down. Who is this guy? Emmy. Look at Emmy. Emmy. So let's go and check Emmy. You know, Emmy changed to Emmy. So come and look at Emmy. So let's make this bold. So now you'll be having, look at what they said. Now you'll be having, you see, it's management information is still in Emmy. That Emmy that they changed to Emmy. Management information is still there. You see, Emmy is still inside Emmy, 15%. Then I said accounting for cost elements, 10%. Costing method and techniques, 20%. Forecasting, budgeting, and budgetary control, 20%. Are you seeing it now? Costing standard and variance analysis, 15%. And then last one, performance measurement, 20%. And you know, performance measurement is already in PM as well. So Emmy will give you a good foundation for PM. All right. So let's come down. Let's come down. Look at spreadsheets under the Emmy. Look at management accounting information. They look at spreadsheets, identify the features of use of spreadsheets. Look at big data has been included. Big data and data analytics has been included in your syllabus. So these two, there's no way ICAN should be able to test something on that, this diet. All right. Next one, let's come down quickly. I want to focus on skills. I think that's where some changes are. Okay, this is business environment. Quickly, business environment. What is happening in business environment? What's happening there? Now, look at business environment. Business processes and environment, 25% of the syllabus. The role of professional accountant in business and society has been included, 15%. Management and organizational behavior, 20% included. Element of economics, as I've said before, economics have been included and it carries 20%. Then I said technology and data analytics have been included in your syllabus, 20%. So in case you are saying, hey, this is what you are going to be expecting if you're writing this course, 100%. Make sense? All right, so let's go down to, let's just pass this, people. Let's come down. You have this material, you can study them in-depthly. And I'm going to be telling you the idea behind the online and paper examination that will be coming up. Now, corporate and business law. So what's the breakdown for this guy? We're going to be having the Nigerian legal system was there. Criminal law, law of commercial transactions, employment law, law of trust and administration of estate, then alternative dispute resolution mechanism. I think there's no more changes in law. All these things have been there. So there's no more changes. So let's go to the professional, that is to the skills level. Let's go to the skills level quickly. So at skills level, financial reporting. All right, financial reporting. What's happening at financial reporting? So you're going to see sustainability reporting now in the breakdown. So this is it. Your conceptual framework of financial reporting is still there. Accounting standards and policies relating to specific transaction in financial statements. Preparation and presentation of single entity general purpose IS1. Then preparation and presentation of financial statements of simple group is there. Analysis and interpretation of financial statements is their ratios. Now look at it. Sustainability reporting framework. Ethics, current and technological development in financial reporting. So 10% has been included. So this is it. Now, you see this ethics now, you'll be seeing more of ethics from your CSM. You're going to be seeing more of ethics here. Are you getting it now? Now, sustainability report is only 10% here. Let's go down and see. Please check your FRO, okay, at your leisure to check the standards that will be examined. I can list the standard that will be examined under each. So you're going to know the standard that you need to look at them. All the standards that will be examined under FRO, applicable standards. They've included IFRS 18. You see it? Presentation and disclosure of financial statements. So start expecting questions on IFRS 18 going forward. Now, let's look for audit and assurance. You know what they added was now forensics. So what did they do? Let's go and check the breakdown quickly. So for that, they say introduction to assurance, legal, regulatory framework, and the audit process. That's fine. The nature and use of internal control has been there. Guardian evidence and audit report has been there. Forensic accounting is 15% of the syllabus. There's no way ICAN will not test this diet. Professional ethics and the public interest. You see, ethics, CSMA has been added to it. So ethics was there before, but it's going to be, we're going to touch some things, okay? We're going to touch some things, make it a little bit robust. Then application of technology in audit assurance. So, the word is going technological now. So you see, application of technology, okay? 5%. has been included. So that's the breakdown. Let's go. I want to see if we have, hold on, please. Forensic, okay, 15%. So let's go down quickly. For taxation, I don't know what has happened for taxation. We still have introduction to taxation and tax administration has been there. Transaction taxes, personal income tax, company income tax, information technology in taxation. That's what you're going to be doing on tax. So there's no issues for that. I hope I'm not taking much of your time. Please let me know if I need to stop. Moderator, please let me know. I'm already wrapping up. So let's come down to, let's come down. This should be PM. Yeah, this is PM. So let's check for PM. So PM has a touch of SFM, FM, MA, case study. So these are the courses that are related to PM. All of them are linked to PM. So let's go and check the breakdown for PM. I saw some things that they included in PM and I was like, wow. Okay, so management, information and systems and data analytics. Okay, so that is that. Advanced costing technique, decision-making technique, budgeting control, performance measurement and control, performance evaluation and corporate failure has been included. All right. Then emerging issues in performance management. So they've included corporate failure and data analysis. In fact, I think they also included some tools that is being used there. I think I'm seeing Agent D. I'm seeing Agent D in this team. I'm seeing some other strong tools that ancient of this. They've included it. Agent T. I think I saw Agent T. So that is it. I'm going to check that again. But Agent T has been included in your syllabus. Those are tools that we use for analysis as well. Then there's one other thing that was included in your syllabus as well. We're going to be looking at that in-depthly when you come to class. Okay, so please, this is only time for you to read on your own. A lot has been done. Now look at the FM that was recently introduced. Now let's look at the FM a little. For the FM that was recently introduced. Now the FM, you're going to be having financial management functions and environment. You see this one? Financial management functions is in SFM. They brought it to FM. You see this, an environment, business management and finance, BMF. That this environment, we'll be talking about it here as well. Now, working capital is SFM. It's also partly in PM. Investment appraiser is in PM, and they brought it to SFM. You know, there's going to be a very tough treatment here for investment appraiser. Then business finance, that's your BMF. BMF that you see in your foundation. This is where they brought it to. They brought it to financial management, business finance, and they gave it 20%. That's technically the second to the highest after investment appraiser. So investment appraiser and business finance should be your number one question for FM. Should likely be your number one question for FM. All right. Business valuation is SFM. SFM, they brought it here at FM level. They gave it 15%. Then risk management is SFM. They brought it here and gave it 15%. So this is how broad your SFM, your financial management is going to be. All right. So I already know investment appraiser now. But when you come here, you will know what we're talking about. Then let's go down. We're almost through. Let's see if there's any other thing. So public sector remains. I'm not going to be dwelling on public sector. Public sector is still there. Then what again? Then any other thing? Which one is this one? This public sector. Let's see what public sector has quickly. Sharp. The big boy has the regulatory and conceptual framework of public sector, planning and budgeting, report and audit, public finance management and accountability, then sustainability and sustainable development. This was added. I don't think this was in the syllabus before. Sustainability and sustainable development, 10%. So expect questions from here. It's as simple as that. Then let's go down to professionals. Professionals quickly. Professionals. And let's call it a day. These are all the IPSAs that ICAN will that are applicable to public sector. These are all the IPSAs that ICAN will examine. Look at it. All the IPSAs that ICAN are likely to examine. So look at it. So you have a lot to cover. Now, for the XBRU, which is your corporate reporting as at now, what is going to be happening here remains technically the same, but there's an inclusion. You see ethical issues in and regulatory framework of strategic business reporting. So they have included ethics here. So reporting entities, performance to stakeholders. We have group 30% over. Then we have analysis of financial 20%. Then we have sustainability and integrated reporting. All right. So we have integrated reporting. So now is sustainability added now together. So it's the 10%. Now, the impact of changes and potential changes in accounting regulations, 5%. Other current development in and beyond financial reporting, okay, is there, 5%. So this is your XBR. Enlarged, okay, enlarged. Is anyone who need to check? Let's check SFM. What is going to be happening in SFM? And after that, that will be all. We'll check for SFM. These are all your standards that are examined under XBR. These are all the standards examined under XBR. Then finally, this is your advanced audits. Okay, that guy is still there. Let's see if they even give him some things from CSME. Laws and regulations on audit and assurance engagement, accepting professional engagement, planning and undertaking audit work, analysis of financial and other reports to appraise, application of information technology in auditing, current issues and development in audit and assurance. So there's nothing much changes there. So the last part I'm going to be ending will be XFM. It's going to be SFM. Let's see what happens to SFM. So that is where they put some things in CSME. So let's see what they do there, or what they have done there. Okay, SFM. SFM. All right, so for SFM, this is what they did. So let's check. Introduction to business strategy and financial management, 10%. Strategic management. Strategic management. Remember CSME, corporate strategic management and ethics. So strategic management has been included here, 10%. Risk, it was there before, it's now 5%. Governance. CSME, corporate strategic management and ethics. Governance was in CSME. They pulled it out and brought it here, 5%. Advanced investment appraisal. So you've done investment appraisal at FRO at FM level. So now they're saying the advanced one, 30%. The acquisition, mergers, corporate restructuring, and corporate organization, 25%. And finally, advanced risk management techniques, 15%. So you see your governance, your risk, which is also in CSME, and your strategic management from CSME have been collapsed. That's about 20%. 20%. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think that will be all. Moderator, I think I still have one or two things to say, but let me be drawing up the curtain right now. So that should be all. What again? Now, somebody's asking, are we going to be writing computer-based? All right, now, the issue of computer-based, it has been some decades ago, not one, not two, not three. There was a time they said they wanted to switch to computer-based for foundation only. We did not see it. Anyways, let me just give you the gist. The gist is that you may decide to take physical papers, that's physical examination, or you may decide to take online examination at your foundation level. So you may decide to take physical examination, or you may decide to take online examination at your foundation level. Which one should I go for? For me, go for your physical, because these things are regulated by IT. Our network these days is not stable. We don't know the system that is being deployed. And trust me, whenever you are trying something for the first 2 or 3 times, there's going to be some glitches. So you don't want to fall among those people that will go for the glitches, right? So you want to focus your mind in, let me just go to the hall, put my pen and write my examination. So for foundation, ICAN said it, that you can either choose to write online or paper, pen on paper. Then for skills and professional, they are saying that they will want to go into online examination come November. But please note that this is a capital-intensive project. Whether ICAN itself is fully ready for this is what we don't know. Or maybe they're only giving us an awareness that skills and professional students should bear in mind that we may still move digital. Because for you to move digital, it takes a lot. ACCA is digital. ACCA uses a very strong management system, students examination system that holds their, their database and everything. So if ICAN wants to do this, ICAN needs to get a very strong vendor that can provide them this service and guarantee them, and then have a very good network in our economy that can actually give us what we need. But for now, I am not seeing this feasible at November Diet, because this is quite very close. But something can happen, Abby. So there's money. If there's money, ICAN can decide to get systems all over all its locations, all right, around the world or around Nigeria, and people can start taking the exams virtually. That is my take on that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with me to this junction. If there's anything that I would like to clarify, please, the moderator should just let me know so we can move on to that. Thank you.
All right, yes, thank you so much, Dr. President, for that keynote address. And I believe you've actually done justice to the professional examination syllabus, which is effective for the November diet exam. So yes, our host, which is JC, is not presently on board. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
But I would. Mr. JC, are you there?
Yes. Sorry, I had a network.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well,
You can just have the floor.
right, thank you, sir. So, thank you so much, Dr. President. Thank you so much for the detailed explanation on the syllabus, and I believe we all have a like clear understanding about this. So, I believe we should have one or two questions for this, and then during the question and answer time. So please let's have our question in the chat box. So when it's time for question and answer, so we can go straight to the question and answer. Please start dropping your questions now. Start dropping your question as regard the ICAN journey and the new syllabus and the IT training so far. So quick one. We have some minutes to go, but before we go, we'd like to share a little experience to hear from our community, to hear from our students and our students as regard their journey so far, like their real experience from the community, the brief testimonies from our students. So how you overcome your every challenges you face as a student, what work and what did not work. So we like to hear from us. We'd like to hear from us. And I want to call on Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Mr. Emmanuel, are you there?
Mr. Jesse, I'm here.
Okay, that's good, sir. So let's hear from you as a chartered accountant now. So what worked for you? Just testimony that can help students to buckle up and then also to prepare hard. So we have just 1 minute for all. We have 2 minutes for that, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jesse. Thank you for having me here. Okay, if I can rephrase your question, you're asking on hints that can help students achieve the certification of being a chartered accountant.
All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please let me say this before you go ahead.
Okay.
So this session is a feedback session from the Pathfinder students, just to share a bit of their journey with us. So we are engaging both students that are with us presently and students that are, let me just say, ex-students, so that they can share their experience, like what's the benefits of engaging Accountant Pathfinder as the Institute of Learning for the ICAN journey? Is there any benefit attached? So as an ex-student of the Institute, did you get any benefits joining Accountant Pathfinder Tuition House? And so you can also give like an advice your ICAN journey for those that are just about to start, or those that are currently having their ICAN program running. So yes, so over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So one of the benefits of joining Accountant Pathfinder is, one, mentorship. I remember myself when I started my ICAN journey. I started my ICAN journey with Accountant Pathfinder. I'm an alumni of Accountant Pathfinder. I was taught and bred in Accountant Pathfinder before I was qualified. So currently I'm qualified and I'm lecturing. So before I started my journey, with ICAN. I remember that one of the question I always have is what next? What is next after this my BSc? So in fact, it was just by mercies of God that I engaged with Akata Pathfinder. One of the things that happened was mentorship. Now there is one thing that people don't understand. They don't know that to get growth or to get promotion or to get experience in the world, one of the things that supplements this is mentorship. So mentorship is one of the advantage, also is one of the pillars of Accountant Pathfinder. Persons like Dr. President. Now, I can tell you for free that before I joined Accountant Pathfinder, I was not earning up to. I was not even earning up to. I was, but currently now I am like the head of account in a business school, international business school currently. And this is because of mentorship. In less than 3 years, my growth even in the professional world as can I say multiplied exponentially. So by the time you join Accountant Pathfinder, mentorship is one of the things you benefit as you move in the journey. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir, Mr. Emmanuel. I believe if you have given him time, he will have a lot to say because he has a lot of experience as regard that. So I don't know. Do we have Mr. Tolu here? Okay, okay. So we have you can drop a review to us on our Google page so that we would not waste most of our time. So do we have Mr. Tolu here, please? Or peace.
Okay, Mr. Jesse,
Sir?
let me just handle this session. Good afternoon once again, everyone. And I believe we've been getting the whole value. I give kudos to our keynote speakers, starting from Sir Theophilus, then Dr. President. Both of you have actually handled your session very well, and you've been able to address the need of all the participants based on the questions that they have in mind. So in addition, so at Pathfinder, we are not just here to help you pass your ICAN exam alone. There are other benefits involved, and these are some of the things so this session we have now is actually the feedback, is actually the feedback session. So we've heard from Mr. Emmanuel, who was one of our students. I remember he attended my class as well, at skills level and at professional level. And right now, he's serving as head of finance of a multinational business school. Yes, the headquarters of the business school is not in Nigeria. He's in Europe and is serving as a head of the department. So I believe you actually understand what this means. So Accountant Pathfinder is also going to help you to actually not only be able to pursue your career here in Nigeria alone, but also how you can expand even at the global level. So yeah, so that is actually what we do here at Accountant Pathfinder. So one of the things we do here at Accountant Pathfinder is so that we can be able to raise you to be able to train others. Just like Emmanuel started as a student, but now he's lecturing, and he did not it's not like he actually went for a lecturing school, but he was able to actually gain that exposure from the way we teach. And mind you, when Emmanuel joined us to lecture, he handled management information. And the last, not this year, November 2024, we have some of the students that scored 70 plus, 80 plus in his courses. So so what I mean is that he actually understands the principles involved, and he also has the skill to ensure that he passes the knowledge to others. So these are some of the benefits you're going to get when you join Accountant Pathfinder. And what I do tell others, and what I can confidently say, is that if you join Accountant Pathfinder, then your success is sure if you can adhere to all the instructions given to you by our facilitators. So we give you quite a lot of assignments. If you can attend to that, you can listen to all the instructions given to you by the lecturers, then your success is guaranteed. All right, so to save our time, I'll be inviting other student members of Accountant Pathfinder to tell us their experience. Do we have other students of Pathfinder who wants to share their experience with us? I can see that some people are leaving already. We are not done yet. The facilitators are still going to answer our questions. So if you ask one or two questions and you did not wait to the end of it, I think that would be half-baked knowledge. So it's good you just hold on, and we won't, at least in the next 30 minutes, we are going to be ending everything. So just hold on and get 100% benefits. So yes, so do we have any of our students that is here that would want to also share their experience with us based on the benefit they've gotten from the tuition house before we move on? I can see Emma, is that Dio? I can see Praise. Wow, it seems our students members are not here. Wow, that's not expected, because even this meeting is actually meant for the students members. I don't know why most of them are not here. But anyway, so we'll just move on to engaging the keynote speakers on. Okay, Emma, I can see your hello. You want to say something? Kindly unmute. Kindly unmute if you want to say anything. Can I host unmute, please? So you can unmute from your end now, Emma.
Okay, I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your full name, please?
Okay, my name is Esgo Emmanuel Chinedu.
All right. You are one of our students, right, as Accountant
Yes.
Pathfinder?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Yes,
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful question and answer, both feedback and everything. So basically, it's not every tuition center that does this. Most of the tuition center I know about, you understand, once they are done with that particular diet, everybody has gone. When we are going to see them is the next diet. They don't get feedback from their students. how to move forward and the likes. So one thing I like about Accountant Pathfinder, because I joined them, that was this diet that passed, this last diet that we wrote, was, to be sincere, let me be realistic there. Their way of teaching is top notch. One. Two, again, their online classes. I'm a physical student, so, but I've joined some of the online classes that was during marathon classes. The online classes are very wonderful. You have the videos to go and look at your own convenient time. Not that once they finish teaching, you understand, you don't understand, that one has gone. Do you understand? You'll be left with you and your book, what you've jotted down already to remind you of what you are going to do. But in this case, you have the video. Go back and play the video. Play it as 5 times, 10 times, how many times you want, until you understand that particular stuff. Not all tuition center does that. For that, that is a very, very big plus to Accountant Pathfinder. With also, again, with their mentorship, both Mr. President, uh, Mr. All everybody that are there, their life experience teach you one or the, even though when they are teaching in class, they'll put life experience. Once you encounter this in your workplace, don't post like this, do it like this, do it like this. Especially Mr. Pius, he will tell us, no, don't post like this, no, it's wrong, this is a wrong practice. So I've learned so many things from him, both teaching and also life experience. So I will, anybody that are here that are listening to my voice, I also tell the person, try the next diet, enroll to Accountant Pathfinder. Not only teaching aspects, but experience wise in your profession, you will go a long way. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So these are the feedback from our students. Emmanuel joined us just last diet, and he wrote, even though the result is not out, but I'm very sure he's confident that he's going to pass the exam. And that is one of the benefits, and that's the vibe in Accountant Pathfinder. So when you're expecting your results, you just know that you're moving on to the next level. And that confidence is because of the fact that it's because of the value that has been passed on to the student. So yes, yes. So do we have any other student member of the institute, of the tuition house, that would want to say one or two things before we move on to the next stage? So as you can see, Emmanuel talked about the online class. So that's one of the benefits. Okay, I can see Oluwafemi. Host, kindly unmute Oluwafemi so you can also talk. So kindly unmute yourself now. I think the host has given you that privilege. Mr. Oluwafemi, you can unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead, please. We can't hear you. Are you saying anything?
It's like my network is fluctuating here. Sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's like I have bad network in this area. Sorry. First and foremost, I want to appreciate the speakers and the management of Pathfinder.
Mr. Oluwafemi, you need to change your net so we can still hear you.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you now. Please go on. Make sure you move closer to your mic so your voice can be audible.
Hello. Network, Jesus. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. Please move on. Okay, Femi, you can just probably use the chat. I can't really hear you.
Okay.
You can use the chat, just express what you feel about it, your journey so far, and your advice for all participants that are joining us there. So I'll be handing over to the hosts. So you can take us straight to the Q&A session where we have questions directed to our keynote speakers. Thank you.
Thanks so much, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Please go on.
All right. Oh, thanks so much. I believe that section is a wonderful one. So, as I said earlier, if you have any feedback to us, kindly drop it on our Google page. Okay, so the last section here is our question and answer. So I believe I still have Mr. Sir Theophilus here. That was here. So take of positive notes, something notes. Here. All right. So do you have any questions? I think I will have to start from this question by Mr. Sodiq Fidani. Are you still here, Mr. Sodiq Fidani? Okay. All right. So okay, that's good.
Okay, I don't think Sir Theophilus is here, but any questions addressed to Sir Theophilus, I'll answer that.
So please, the link for the reviewer, please kindly come there and share your feedback to us. And I will tell me, I think said he joined this very last dive, and friends we referred him to Pathfinder, and then the online classes were detailed, and also they appreciated the recorded videos. Yeah. So I want to know about Pathfinder is that anytime you join our online class, we still have access to the record video. Anytime you are confused with any topics, you can still go back and watch again so that you become conversant with how to solve the question. So that's Pathfinder for you. You have more feedback. Okay. So let me start with this question by Mr. Sodiq. So Mr. Sodiq, please. For me. Okay. Mr. Okay, so Mr. If you don't know here again, but I'll ask question. Mr. Kashi or Ms. Kashi, I don't know. Said what state can one start CIA after ATA? What state can someone start chartered like the chartered auditor? What state can someone start after ACA? So I believe Dr. President can answer that. Professor. Okay. I don't know if Dr. can hear me. Mr. Mike, can you hear me, sir? Okay, so I think I will ask the question so that when Mr. President is answering the question, he can answer everything at once because of time. So the first question here is that what state can someone start CIA after ACA? That was asked by Mr. Kashi. So the second question goes from Mr. Sodiq. So he said before somebody can be inducted, you must have at least 3 years work experience. And if one has more than 3 years before registration, only 1 year will be considered. Please, I want to know if the remaining 2 years will be after registration for ICAN or after graduation as a student of ICAN. The second question from Mr. Sodiq was that can someone with ANAN be regarded as a chartered accountant? So, Mr. Dr. President, sir, Prof, the question.
Okay, I think I only got two questions.
Yes, sir.
The ANAN question, and there was one you asked now. I'm trying to go
Yes.
through it. So for the ANAN question, the ANAN question, ANAN is a professional body, okay, that also offers accounting training. ICAN is also a professional body that offers accounting training. So for that question, there's something I'm going to be showing you here. A chartered accountant from ANAN is a chartered accountant. A chartered accountant from ICAN is a chartered accountant. The difference is that we have different qualifying bodies. One was qualified under ICAN, the other one was qualified under ANAN. All right. So I want to show you something that will shock you for ANAN. Just give me a few minutes just to load it up. All right. Just that the rigors that ICAN follows when doing the examination, the syllabus and everything, it's different. ANAN operate like a college. Okay, like a university college, the way they set their questions and their modus operandi are more or less like college based. But the way ICAN does theirs is purely professional. That's why you don't see that ICAN has a college. ANAN has a college. ANAN has a college. So what I just want to show you is if you have ANAN and you come to ICAN, where will you start from? That's what I want to show you. I don't want to say it with my mouth. So I want to show you if you have ANAN and you come to ICAN, where would you start from? So you're also regarded as a chartered accountant, but from a different awarding body. Both of them have the laws that created them. So do not underrate any of them. But the fact is that private sectors usually give kudos more to ICAN certifications, while public sectors gives references. Some public sectors give references to ANAN. Especially if you are from the north, they give references to ANAN certification. So I'm trying to look for ANAN. Just flow with me. We are under the professional qualification. So let's check for ANAN. Association of National Accountants, CNA, Certified National Accountant of Nigeria, CNA. So when you're an ANAN member, you become a CNA, okay? Just like ICAN will say ACA. So that's a CNA. So look at it. All subject in foundation and skills level. So it means that a CNA will come directly to professional level, write the 5 papers, and become an ICAN chartered accountant. If you have CNA, you can open an audit firm. All right. If you have a CNA, you can open an audit firm under ANAN. If you have ICAN, you can open an audit firm, but you'll be registered, you'll be under the registry of ICAN. So both of them are both professional bodies. Depends on how you look at it. The rigors, if you want the rigors, you come to ICAN. If you want to work in public sector, in private sectors, and you want to work outside Nigeria, you come to ICAN. But I think ANAN, for now, ANAN has more of local jurisdiction, right? Especially most times in the north. If I check so many employment letters, or if I check adverts for jobs, I usually see more of ICAN. I rarely see CNA. Although they will say chartered accountants, or they will say ACA. So when they say ACA, they're not referring to ANAN. But when they say CNA, they're referring to ANAN. So in private sectors, ACA works more. Outside Nigeria, ACA works more. But if you know that your career is in public sector, Nigeria, and maybe in the north, your CNA will work for you. So I think that's going to be what I have to say regarding to ANAN and their certifications. So I didn't get in the next question. Somebody was saying 2 years. I don't know if that was right. The other 2 years is after registration, all right? Not after.
Oh, yes.
Yes. If you get your 12 months, if you want to get your years of experience, no matter what you have gotten before you became a student member, ICAN will take 12 months from it. And then from the moment you register as a student, that is where we start checking, not when you qualify though. So if you registered as a student in 2016, for example, and you have gotten extra 2 years experience before now, you are good to go. That should suffice for your registration, okay, for induction. But I don't think I got, is that the whole question? Sorry.
Yes, that's my question. There's another question for Patrick that is what state can one start CIA after ACA? That is
Internal auditors.
Yes, sir.
What stage can one start ACA?
CIA after ACA.
When you have your ACA, you'll be given exemptions, right? You'll be given exemptions. Now, the simple way to go about it is to just go to the CIA website, Society of Internal Auditors, and check. You'll be given strong exemptions. In fact, when you have ICAN, there are some professional bodies that you don't even write any paper. They call it direct conversion. Direct conversion. but direct conversion. But for CIA, internal auditors, I think you should write few papers, but I'm not certain of the number of papers that you write as at now based on changes in the syllabus. But please, you can just go to the CIA website and check, all right, and check what numbers of papers that you'll be eligible to write when you convert. But please note that we have CIA Nigeria, we have CIA US, I think outside Nigeria. So be careful of this of the one you are checking. All right, be careful of the one you are checking. We have auditors Nigeria, we have auditors foreigners outside Nigeria. So please do that research. We have ACAI, okay, that is not here. So please do that research and confirm, but there should be a paper by paper exemption for you. That is all I can say. Is there another one?
So
Mr.
I
Jesse?
think, yes, I think that's all question we have now. Is there anyone that have any other question? So Mr. Sodiq, has the question be answered? And Ms. Keshi, or Ms. Keshi, is there any other question? Okay. All right, so please. Okay, all right. Okay, so there, all right, thank you. Do you have any other question, please? Okay, I think there's no more question here. Sir Mike.
All right.
Right, sir.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Jesse, for hosting this webinar. So we've come to the climax of the webinar. I believe we all got value. In the chat, I want to get our feedback. How has been the webinar so far? Has anything changed? Have you learned anything? So I want to see 2 or 3 feedback before we move ahead or before we end the session. So has anything changed ever since you joined this webinar? And what has changed so far? I think I just need 2 responses on the chat. Or if you want to talk, you can raise up your hand so that the host can unmute you. Okay, yes, Sadiq Tijani said, I've learned. Thank you, sir. So what have you learned? Can you share with us? Would you like to say it or would you like to type it? So let the host unmute you if you want to talk. And if you want to type, you can also type. So just give us a summary of what you have learned so far.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, good afternoon.
First and foremost, I would like to appreciate the organizer for this wonderful presentation. With regards to what I've learned, I can say this presentation or this platform has exposed me to what is expected of me and register myself as a student of ICAN. Though I register late December 2024, which by God's willing, I'm trying to start writing. And with what I've learned here, it has made me to know what's expected of me. And the fact that some changes that has been made regards to the syllabus of ICAN. So you guys have tried to clarify that, and we just need to buckle up and prepare ourselves for the profession by God's willing. Thank you so much.
All right, that's good, Mr. Sadiq. So where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from, please? Sorry, you're muted. If you are saying anything, we can't hear you. So kindly unmute. Tell us where you're joining us from, or you can use the chat.
Okay. I'm joining from Lagos.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Which part of Lagos?
That is Fagba, precisely. Fagba Eju Road.
All right. So yes, okay, that means you are closer to our tuition center at Ogba.
Oh, you are
So,
located in Ogba.
yes, we have one of our tuition centers at
I
Ogba.
know one. I'm
But
very familiar with
you can reach out to the phone number on the chat to get more clarity
it. Okay,
on
no
how
problem.
we can register. Yes.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Although I have a center I register with already, so I don't know. Because it's very
Okay.
close.
It is up to you. It is up to you. But at Pathfinder, we give our best. We ensure
No
that
problem.
we make
No
the
problem.
process easier and seamless for all our students. But it is
All
up
right.
to you. Yes, you have the right to choose whichever tuition house you want to choose. Yeah.
If not because of the distance, I would have considered Pathfinder because this is very close to where I stay. So it makes it easier for me to attend the classes.
All right. Okay.
But
And
it doesn't stop.
also, one of the advantage we give is we have people that have access to our tuition hours. In short, we have people that come all the way from way back.
Okay. Okay.
Full to our center because and from Lekki, I even have tuition. He will pass the night during the weekend, go back home on Sunday, and that's just because of the benefits. So yes, as I've said, it is up to you. It is up to you. So yes. So all right, that will be all. That will be all. That will be all for today. And thank you to our hosts. Thank you for the management of Pathfinder College of Management and Accounting. Thank you to all our keynote speaker, the person of Sir Theophilus, Dr. President, for how they've handled the keynote addresses. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, I can't do without thanking all the participants because you are the purpose of us having this webinar. Even if all our hosts, keynote speakers are available, but if we don't have you on board, then we can't proceed to have this webinar. So you all are very, very, very important. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. And most likely we'll be having our next session on a monthly basis, which is most likely going to be in July. And you're going to get the updates from us on our social media platforms. So you can follow us on our Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and other social media platforms. And if you're also on our WhatsApp group, if not, you can contact the number on the chat so that you can be added to our WhatsApp platform. You can be added to our community where we share tips relating to finance, relating to accounting. We also share job updates, verified job updates. So yes, thank you once again for joining this session, and we'll see you at the peak of your career. Thank you and bye.